Oh, guys, I totally didn't go live. My bad. Alright, there we go. Alright, better, better, better. Much better. So much better. It's not even funny. Eventually something will happen. And when that something does happen, it'll be amazing. Oh, darn it, my light. So lazy. Let me turn it off. Stupid. Oh, look, it's live streaming. Guys, it's live streaming. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, Cold Blue's live. I don't know. I'm going to say no. Because we've got to cast ourselves some random pubs. Whoop! I'm going to try to find an ability draft. Random pub. Seriously, that'll be able to find it. Yeah, whatever. I found the first thing I find from here on out. Oh, this one's ranked all pick. Okay. Do 26 seconds and we'll start the fun. Nine seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1, go! Alright, let's do this, guys. You know how it works. Random pubcast time. Let's get it started. Intro. Alright, so your random podcast number 67? 97. 97 properties. Alright, and let's do it. Starting in 3, 2, 1, go. Hello everybody, my name is Cool Blue, and I'm bringing you guys random podcast number 97. My bad, I forgot which button to hit. I'm actually live streaming this, so if you guys don't know I'm live streaming, don't worry, you guys will be able to see it eventually. But I'm also going to live stream this because I can, and I'm paying for the internet, so why not just go ahead and use it, abuse it, and have fun with it. Anyway, it's going to be a random podcast. I'm going to be playing the caster in this game, so you know I get the most OP role because I have all the vision, but none of the action that I have to do. All I gotta do is just blab about the game for 60 minutes, 70 minutes. Don't know, depends. Depends on how both sides play. But that's really besides the point. The main thing that we're excited to see here is that Free Friday, I'm live streaming, and guys, it's random. It's a random podcast. That means random things can happen, random things will happen. Let me go ahead and advertise this shamelessly all over the internet, so that way people will know Cool Blue is live streaming some random podcasts. This is. I actually haven't decided on how many random podcasts I'll do today. I think I might do like 3 or 4.
Zeus.
Depends. Really depends.
I speak for the trees.
Alright, so first pick we got Nature's Prophet. I'm actually expecting to see a lot of pushes because holla holla push a dollar. Meanwhile, Zeus, we got himself, it's over 9,000 as far as his damage goes. We're going to see some pretty awesome things from that, and I just got a message from a friend. What does the friend say? Leave me. No. Hey, I know this guy. This is somebody from the place that I work at, and he's calling me a nerd because I'm playing Dotes. Well, you know what? He should play the board game with me. Otherwise, he would be just as cool. But he can't be as cool as blue as me. He has to be as stupid and not cool as he is. So there. Take that person who's speaking to me, who works with me as well, co-worker person thing. Anyway, hold on. I'll go ahead and talk about the game in a few moments. Let me go ahead and send this out to him. Alright, there we go. Anyway, let's go ahead and put this away. Let's close that. Let me open it up over here. And let me go and talk about the game, because I'm supposed to be casting, and I forgot about casting, guys. It's kind of like my main job. Moving on to the picks that we got so far, we have a Zeus, Slark, Ogre Magi for the rating side, so actually going for more of a mid-game type thing, or maybe possibly a snowball type strat. Whereas the Dire, they have a nice little lineup so far for an all pick. And then Nature's Prophet, who can have some push and create a bunch of room for Spectre to farm. They have a Spectre who can do a bunch of farming, so she can do a bunch of farming while Nature's Prophet creates space and pushes things away. Storm Spirit, he's really nice for zip and zapping in and out of those fights, and I like the fact that Storm and Puck are on the same team. I'm actually a little bit concerned on how Storm is going to be forced to play because there is a Puck. I think Puck is a superior mid. She's a lot more useful once the mid game does come through. She has a bigger impact, although Storm does become a lot better late game. Of course, Puck with the Aghanim Scepter is a lot more strong now because of that Aghanim Scepter ability of adding that magic piercing ability with her Dream Coil. And also, I didn't realize it's 8 seconds. Wow. So we can actually make for some really nice fights happen towards the late game. That said, I think Storm Spirit's ability to be more mobile, also having the ability to actually, do a lot of right-click damage with some reasonable items, he'll be able to actually do a whole bunch. So we'll have to see how that goes for him. Meanwhile, on the side of the Radiant, they pick a Silencer up, and also Naga Siren since last time I checked. Naga versus Spectre. That's going to be very interesting. I'm actually slightly concerned because I do know Nagas frequently like to go for them Radiance's builds. And them Radiance builds, they generally take a long time to happen, although Spectre, she can do the same exact thing. I think Naga's a better person to carry a Radiance than Spectre, but then again, Spectre's illusions... No, I take it back. Naga's a better person to have a Radiance than a Spectre. Spectre can just be super beefy and just doesn't die all that often. So it's going to be very interesting to see how they decide to build. I think Spectre should build more for the super late game as opposed to going for the Radiance. I don't think she necessarily needs a Radiance in this fight. Anyway, let's go and talk about the game at hand. Let me do introductions because I wanted to make sure everybody has nice representation. Start off with the one, the only, the god of the game, Zeus. Being played by, it's over 9,000. Moving over to this Naga Siren, we see Titan on that Naga Siren, and on this Slark, we see, I don't know what she just said, but moving to the Slark, we see Rinzivani John on him. Moving over to this Ogre Magi, we see Mr. President, that's Mr. Presidente to you. And on the Silencer, last but not least, of course, we see Sadavan on that Silencer. Moving on to his Nature's Prophet on the side of the Dire, we see Noob on him. And on the Storm Spirit, who's looking very mean and nasty, we see EKZO on that Storm. On this Lich, who's hanging out over here, placing some wards, doing a nice little job killing a Treant. Cool. Nice XP for you. Actually, no XP. Treant just died. We see Cade's Comps on that Lich. Moving on to his Puck, we see Angel on her, and last one is of course on the Spectre, who's playing the all-important role of collecting bounty runes. We see Plajane Looney on that Spectre, and that ends all the callouts from around the map. We just have to wait to see what really happens. The lane matchup so far looking, I guess, the best you can possibly make. Storm Spirit for the Suicide lane is not that great because he can't actually do anything until level 6. He really does need his ulti before it becomes too terribly useful. Meanwhile, down bottom, already dewarding a nice little Sentry Ward placement, 50 gold going towards Ogre Magi, so he's feeling really nice about his investment. And Puck is going to be feeling very afraid, very unsafe. Silencer is down bottom, and he can burn that mana of Puck. He can also get a few free right clicks of pure damage. I think it's like extra damage right now at level 1 Glaives, but it doesn't really matter. The main thing is that Silencer is looking poised to harass the crap out of Puck, and we got Slark going to be getting free reign of foam, or free reign of farm down here, so we'll see how that works out for him. Meanwhile, mid, Naga Siren versus Storm Spirit. Naga should have a decent time here. She has to be very careful though, because the Storm Spirit freaking static rune is plus overload is going to be doing a little bit to push her back away, but it will in fact push her lane, so it's actually pretty decent for her. She needs to manage her HP very well, and she's going to be going for a bottle too, so it's going to be a bit of a nuisance. Speaking of being a nuisance, this Storm Spirit has himself some nice amount of regen. He's poised and ready to go ahead and harass the crap out of Naga Siren. Tango's plus healing salve will be enough to keep him sustained as far as trading right clicks with Naga Siren. Seeing as how Naga, or Titan of that Naga, did in fact go for a bottle, she will be forced to either claim the runes or leave her lane for a little bit to go get those runes, making ample openings for Storm Spirit to just go ahead and either collect a few free levels or to just go ahead and roam around and just surprise somebody by just showing up. And speaking about just showing up, Silencer down bottom gets a kill on top of Puck. First blood going towards him, being able to survive because of eating them trees. Meanwhile, speaking of eating them trees, next prop TP's down bottom, looking for a kill. Pops the tree and is trying to find the Silencer around the corner. Silencer not going to be able to find the TP. He doesn't have it. Puck is going to be blinking around the backside. She's going to get herself revenge. We got the Silence getting thrown on top of Nature's Prophet, providing visions to Ogre Magi. Stun does come through just in time. Slark shows up as well. Here comes Elise. Nature's Prophet not going to be feeling a whole bunch of fun, or a whole bunch of love in this area. Now Puck is down bottom. She's in a little bit of trouble. Slark's leap is on cooldown for another 11 seconds, but he does have a death pack available. Puck, nice little juke coming up from her. She does dodge. She does in fact dodge the stun coming up for Ogre Magi. Just enough to keep her alive. So at the end of the day, we got 2 kills going towards the Radiant, 1 kill going towards the Dire, 1 kill going towards Nature's Prophet, which is not really all that great, but it doesn't really matter. Anyway, Puck down bottom, facing a lot of harassment damage, just trying to run away. She will be able to survive. Meanwhile, like I said before, Naga, because she has a bottle, will be forced to run out of lane, and Storm can just take advantage of that situation. He's officially higher in levels than Naga Siren, who's only level 4. Just got level 4, whereas Storm is about halfway to level 5. Meanwhile, on top, we got somebody getting surrounded. Zeus all by his lonesome, not very survivable. Easy kills right there. I mean, if you're going to play Zeus in a suicide lane, you're going to have a bad time. That's all I got to say. So I guess Spectre with the whole crap ton of regen has really probably eaten a few lightning bolts, but not really too terribly much. And actually, Naga got a kill on top of Storm Spirit mid. Ogre Magi did rotate in, and Storm Spirit isn't at level 6, so it is to be expected. Like I said, Storm Spirit very vulnerable. It was 1 fire blast plus a net and some other damages getting thrown out. Speaking of damages, Puck dying down bottom. People just dying all over the place. Slark going to be able to claim that kill. Looks like he's got himself 2 stacks of his Essence Shift. Only 1 point inside that. Not going to have too many points inside that just yet. Meanwhile, mid, we got Storm versus Naga. Like I said, Storm's not going to be all that effective until he hits level 6. I think Puck is a much more effective person to have level 6. But then again, in this lane down bottom, Storm would have just melted versus a Slark, Silencer, and Ogre Magi. There's no way he would be able to stand a chance of surviving. Speaking of standing chances to survive, Prophet in the jungle, continue to farm. Have himself 4 iron branches because that's how he rolls. TPing down bottom, they're going to go for kill on top of Zeus. Easy kills, easy. He shows up. Sprout does come through. He will be able to get the assist. Spectre does get the last hit on top of that. Her Spectre Dagger did allow her to run through those trees. And speaking of running through trees, Naga Siren might be running through a tree of Storm Spirit's right click. She has herself a full bottle with the bounty rune, so she can trade a few blows, but that's really about it. Needs to be very careful. Just gonna go ahead and use that. Oh man, here comes Storm Spirit in a little bit of trouble. Not level 6 just yet, a little bit too far. He takes a bunch of damage. He will be going down. Actually, no, he heals himself up with a magic wand. He will still be going down at the end of the day. Naga Siren very close to death. 1 right click's all she really needed, or all Storm really needed to actually get the kill on top of that. So, feeling a little bit upset about that. Just you know, the luck of the numbers. She had like 6 HP left, or so. Had just enough to keep herself alive. Meanwhile, now bottom, Silencer trying to do what he can to be a support. He's going to be building himself who looks to be either, I was going to say Dagon, but I'm not sure. Can't really tell. And up top, I just realized there was a Lich in the game, guys. Lich, have a nice little bit of fun. Actually, oh man, Zeus needs to be very careful. Prophet can TP out of that jungle whenever he wants to. Zeus is trying to get some free pop shots using that, taking advantage of that static field, which is a passive ability. So whenever he casts spells, it does quite a bit of damage to everybody in the area. But on that same token, Zeus can't really do much. His at least his arc lightning has a decent range. But if he even decides to get too close, Lich can drop a fire, or Lich can drop a frost splash just like that. Spectre can drop the dagger, and Zeus is going to TP out immediately. He will be, oh my god, so close to surviving. Does go down at the end of the day. Lich getting that last right click, and Zeus actually played that correctly. He did it. He did the best he could. He almost made it out alive, TPing out instead of trying to run away because he knows he cannot run, especially now when you just have a bottle. Like, he has no stats at all. Hashtag 53 damage, bro. Meanwhile, in the trees, Puck is hiding all by her lonesome. She feels very sad and very afraid. Doesn't want to die right now. If Slark does catch word or catch wind of Puck's scent, he will find her, he will murder her, and he will stir her stats. And that will not be very fun. That just will not be very fun. Speaking of people not having fun, Storm Spirit is officially level 6. He's running on down bottom. Look like he's trying to take advantage of the fact that he had 3 bottle charges. Doesn't give you that much mana. The rune did already get taken, so he's going to go ahead and do some bottle crowing, which is something that people don't do all that often anymore because it's so slow. Curry moon at 301. Moving back into the game, we got Storm Spirit taking a little bit of damage. He does get rid of the silence, last word getting thrown out by Silencer, who is deciding to max out that, which I think is intelligent. That's a good spell to go for. It's a lot of free damage. Basically, it's the same price as far as mana cost goes at all levels. It just goes down in cooldown, which is fantastic. If he can use on something like Storm Spirit, Puck, and possibly Lich, he can maybe make them a little less useful in these team fights, because it does silence them after they cast that one spell. Meanwhile, now bottom Slark versus Puck, and Puck will be able to survive because he has Illusion Orb. Slark almost loses his life, but he doesn't really care. Oh, my Spectre coming in from the middle of nowhere. She's going to drop that dagger. She will lose her life at the end of the day. It looks like she did TP down for nothing, taking a bunch of fire damage. She does go down. Ogre Miser gives himself a killing spree for his troubles. Slark a little bit too slippery. Spectre jumping the gun just a little too fast, and I think, especially considering that she has quite a bit of gold saved up, I think she's going to be going for Radiance. And if you're going for Radiance on Spectre, it's nice to do things like that where you can just show up, maybe toss a dagger, and then blink out or jump to another illusion so you can keep yourself safe. But on the same token, it's not very safe to do, especially when Ogre Magi exists on the enemy team, which is pretty much an instant stun for him. Anyway, around the corner, Silencer and Zeus, no, Silencer and Naga trying to find the Storm Spirit. Zeus does show up as well, though. And Zeus found a battle rune. Just going to go ahead and bottle it up. And that's really about it. So it looks like Slark's going to be going for the Jump of Endurance. Puck is working on probably some power treads. Prophet phase boosts are online. We'll see if he decides to go for that Shadow Blade build, which is what Prophets generally try to do. And Storm. Oh man, oh, around the corner. What's going on? Lich getting caught in the river. Doesn't want to go down. Doesn't want to be a dead man floating. Zeus going to go and immediately try to run away. He does get the TP out. Ogre Magi going around the backside. I think that might have been a situation where they could have possibly killed the Lich, but Zeus did not want to risk it. He knows he has been dying a few times, and he knows he doesn't want to lose his life right now. Meanwhile, on the flip side of everything, down bottom we got two people getting two hearts and 2 minds coming in very close together. Slark does have his ulti available though, so Puck needs to be very careful. She just might not like what she sees if she drops that ulti. And speaking of not liking what you see, Lich ulti's available. Prophet's going to go ahead and TP down. Naga trying to pop those illusions, but does decide against it very smartly so, because Lich's ulti would have tore them things up as far as getting them bounces on them illusions and also making Naga not have a lot of fun. But speaking of not having fun, I was trying to look at the items, and the person having the most fun right now seems to be Slark. I think his net worth is the highest because he has been involved in quite a few kills, and I doubt that he's died at all. We'll see that the net worth. Yes, Slark is the highest. Nagasarn falling right behind. So both. Oh wait, Zeus up top taking a bunch of damage. He will be able to survive somehow. Bottle charge is keeping him alive. Lich gonna be able to get the last right click. Actually, no, it's not gonna be enough. Naga. Spectre does get the last right click. She can actually jump to an illusion if she wanted to, but she decides against it. Instead, runs completely the opposite way. One person going down for the whole entire engagement. Spectre did get that nice little pick off on top of that, and her radiance is gonna be a little bit closer to her than she originally anticipated. Meanwhile, Storm Spirit and Nagastar are going to go ahead and go for that mad dash for that rune. Haste rune getting picked up by Storm Spirit. Naga's going to be in a lot of trouble. Not going to be having a lot of fun. Actually, be able to do anything. Nagastar are going to be forced to pop that ulti. A lot of damage going towards Naga. TP's out immediately because she doesn't want to go down. And yes, guys, I said immediately. Deal with it. So far, a lot of things happening. 6 kills on one side, 5 kills on the other side. The main thing, the main story of the game is how farmed can Naga and Slark get. Both of them are doing fantastic, especially considering that they're facing up against a Spectre. We're not expecting Spectre to do a whole bunch until she gets her big items up, and it looks like she's going to be going straight for that Radiance, which I still don't like. Naga Siren's a much better Radiance carrier. I think in this specific instance, especially considering that Naga's building a drum instead of building a Radiance, which is redundant, because Slark already has a drum. But especially considering Naga's building a drum instead of Radiance, I think Spectre should go for more, that's what I'm looking for, more impactful items instead of trying to go for the Radiance, because I think once Naga does build her Radiance... Oh man, speaking of having a Radiance, Puck drops the ulti, catches two people inside of it. Silencer ulti was already used. Looks like Storm's going to be taking a little bit of damage. Gets Silencer around the corner. Zeus doing a nice little chunk of damage. Not going to be able to get the kill on top of Storm. He does lose his life at the end of the day. Zeus going to be able to... going to get the death, and Silencer going to be able to collect himself some more intelligence. Lich ulti not online, going to be taking a bunch of burn damage plus a few right clicks. Does officially go down. Naga starting picking up that kill. TP does come mid. Spectre coming into the worst spot possible. Slark popping an ulti immediately. Spectre getting caught in the middle, but everything will go down at the end of the day. Easy kill is easy. Easy game is easy. I don't like that TP from Spectre, especially considering that every time she does TP in like that, she always has very low mana. She would just waited for a whole entire 10, maybe 15 seconds. She could have just went back to the fountain, TP back into the fountain, wait for her ulti to get charged up as far as mana cost goes, and just drop her ulti, see if anybody's available to kill. If not, then so what, you use your ulti. But instead she does lose her life. That is going to delay her Radiance by quite a bit. That's about 1,000 gold difference right now. That relic, first piece for the Radiance, that relic does cost 3,800 gold, which is extremely expensive. But once Spectre does get it, she'll have no stats at all. And I think specifically in this match, because Naga is not building for Radiance either, it's not going to be on an equal footing. Radiance will be available on Spectre, and Naga won't care because she can actually do damage now. Her Drum of Endurance is available. I'm assuming Power Chest is going to be the next item available for her too. And she also has a 15 stack magic wand. That's a lot of charges right there. Just 150 mana plus 150 HP. Meanwhile, down bottom, Puck is having a little bit of fun, catching up with some very important farm, trying to get herself a Blink Dagger by the looks of it. And mid, we got the Siege coming on. Naga Siren's song is up in 14 seconds. That's a sign for these guys to go. 2 drums are being used. We got Storm being forced to zip away. And this middle tower is going to be all but gone. Oh man, we got Lich ulti flying out immediately. Slark going to go ahead and pull it into the worst spot possible. Lich getting no bounces at all, because who needs bounces when you have other things like this? Observer does get placed around the corner. Ogre Magic going to give himself a nice little stun. I seriously doubt he can go 1v1 on Lich. Looks like Storm Spirit is going to zip all the way across the map. Does catch the Ogre Magic. Ogre Magic taking quite a bit of damage. He will lose his life very soon. Spectre does pop her ulti. She is trying to come around the corner, but she can't pop another spell, sadly, so she will not be able to join the fight. Instead, I think she just more or less used it to scout out. Meanwhile, Zeus ulti does fly, or sorry, Zeus just dropping an ability on top of Puck. A lot of damage coming from Nature's Prophet ulti bouncing around. They do get a kill on top of Slark. Silencer in a little bit of trouble. He might be going down here very soon. They do get the silence. They do get the nice little bit of damage from Storm Spirit. Storm Spirit does go down. Prophet shows up from middle of nowhere, trying to get the right click on top of Zeus. Zeus just might be going down. Naga Siren's song is available. I'm not sure why she's not singing, but she needs to sing as fast as she possibly can. She is going to be forced to pop that song. I do not like the fact that she's running towards these guys instead of away from them. This is a horrible idea, especially considering that Lich is healing out quite a bit because of those Tranquil boosts. He is going to finally take a right click. Nagasar not going to be able to find that right click damage. She's looking for a stun. Going to be able to find it. Going to lose her life here at the end of the day, though. She gets a kill on top of Lich, loses her life. Luckily, she has no streak. Luckily, she has no kill streak. Does a nice little juke. Gonna go ahead and start TPing out. Will she make it out alive is a big question. Oh my gosh, she dies at the end of the day. Puck has just enough time to get that last waning rift. Naga does lose her life, and meanwhile, mid, Slark having a little bit of fun pushing towers in. Storm Spirit going to go and zip on through, do a little bit of damage to the creeps. And we'll just relax. We'll check out the fight recap because that was a pretty long one. Naga doing quite a bit of damage. As far as her damage output, she used her abilities, pretty much every single ability she had. The only thing I'm a little bit sad about is that her damage, despite the fact that she does have some damage based items, her damage doesn't really match where I kind of expected it to be. Meanwhile, top, we got somebody going down. Oh, that's a screenshot. Alright guys, say cheese on 3. 1, 2, 3. Screenshot. Kill confirmed. Go on top of Ogre Magi. He officially goes down. Spectre does pick up that kill. And she has 4k gold right now. Looking for that radiance, she needs to go ahead and buy it now. The sooner Spectre can get radiance, the sooner, oh my god, speaking of sooner you can get things, we got Silence in the middle of everything. He's going to be taking a nice little chunk of damage. The DC does come through for Nagasara, and now we got Puck a little bit, or in quite a bit of trouble. Zeus has a lightning bolt plus his ulti. I think Puck is all but dead. Let me go ahead and take another kill confirmed screenshot because these guys are very, very, very graciously pausing at perfect times. Alright guys, smile on 3. 1, 2, 3. Whoop! Right. Ain't nobody gonna kill Silencer. And then he dies. But Storm Spirit is invisible. Puck will be going down. Zeus ulti can come through. Looks like he needs more bottle charges. Puck is gonna go ahead and go for a juke. And Zeus ulti does come through. Puck just barely surviving. 14 HP. Silencer does go down. Like I said, douchebag Silencer says he's not gonna die. Dies anyway. Speaking of dying anyway, Zeus is gonna be dying because of that sprout. Zeus trying to turn around, go for some right click, not gonna be able to find it. Storm Spirit does pick up that kill on top of that Zeus. And it looks like Zeus ulti did come through. Not enough damage. Literally, if he did 788 damage, he would kill Puck. But he didn't. He didn't. Alright, so Naga DC and she reconnected. She's back in this game. Titan's items, which is the Naga Siren. Titan doesn't really have much as far as what Spectre has. Spectre's build is not looking as battle ready as Naga's, because Naga's going for more of a mid-game base type build. They're trying to keep the tempo going on their side. That said, between Slark and Naga, they should be able to put enough pressure to make it to where Spectre has no more room to actually farm, especially considering that Spectre has been as active as she has been in these fights. This is one of those things where like Spectre literally needs to sit back and chill. As you guys can see, a Sacred Relic only gives her 60 damage. It does not give her any other stats as far as HP, agility, or armor, or intelligence, anything like that. It just gives her raw damage. And that will be getting built into, of course, a Radiance, which is right there. Check out that Flame Sword for the extra burn damage, for those illusions to be a little bit more useful. I'm still very concerned though, because I think Naga's the one who needs to build a Radiance this game. If Naga would have built a Radiance at the same time as Spectre built a Radiance, I think, yep, they're both going for a Radiance build. So Naga's just doing hers a little bit backwards, I guess. That'll be the way you say it. Nagasarn coming to this fight. Spectre, Slark going to come from the front side as well. Drops a little chunk of damage. Nagasarn needs to go and drop her ulti. Looks at Silencer ulti does fly through. And Nagasarn going to try to go for some right clicks. If her ulti would have came through, that would have been more than enough time for all her team to TP in and just go for some big, super easy ultra kill. Meanwhile, speaking of ultra kills, Silencer about to be taking a bunch here from Storm Spirit. Storm Spirit are going to be forced to jip around the back corner. We got Spectre ulti getting used. She's immediately jumping to Silencer. Lich ulti is going to bounce around. Gets a kill on top of Silencer. Bounces on top of Nagasarn. Bounces on top of Ogre Magi. Bounces to Zeus, and no, it does not find it. Meanwhile, Spectre's in a little bit of trouble, getting caught in the middle of everything, getting caught in the crossroads. Puck taking a ton of damage from Zeus, and Zeus ulti does fly through. Finally, Puck does go down. Stun comes from Ogre Magi on top of this Spectre. And it looks like that'll be it. Oh, no, I take it back. Oh man, Slark's going full man mode. He's going to get for the kill on top of Lich. Pops his ulti, tries to catch up to the Spectre. Spectre will be the one getting stunned up, gets leashed, gets killed, gets wrecked. Storm Spirit immediately buying back, looking for a kill on top of Ogre Magi. He will be able to find that one, but that's really about it. I don't know if that buyback's worth it. That was a very, very, very expensive kill for a support. We see all of the kills and deaths and stuff happening right here. Everybody essentially on the Dire side going down. Negative 902 gold change for the Dire. The Radiant, of course, came on top of that. XP change way higher for the Radiant as well. And the damage done is much higher than the Radiant's. Sorry, much higher on the Radiant side. All this is obvious things, but the thing that you don't realize, unless you take a real close look at it, is despite the fact that Ogre Magi didn't do all that much damage, and despite the fact that Naga has so much damage with air quotes, a lot of the damage coming out from the... Oh, wait, hold on, before we talk about that, we got somebody going down. This is a Nagasarn getting forced to use that Envision, and Prophet going to be run away. Alright, let me continue on what I was saying. Despite the fact that Ogre Magi didn't do a bunch of damage, and despite the fact that Naga has so many right-click / damage items, that she's supposed to be the one carrying the game, a considerable amount of the damage from the Radiant side is coming out from Zeus with his ult, and also from, I want to say Slark. Yeah, Slark is doing a lot of his damage as well, so Slark's damage, we expect it, but that's because he keeps stealing stats. with that Essence Shift. But the main point I'm trying to bring up though is a lot of the damage right now coming up from the Radiant is magic. Eventually it will transition to that physical damage, but that's actually really concerning, especially considering the fact that there is a Lich on the side of the Dire, and actually theoretically, oh man, we got Silencer ulti getting used and being used to help Naga get out there alive. She does pop her ulti. This is a nice little fight. I think they should go on this, but they are going to decide against it. Everybody's going to run away. Ogre Master tosses himself a nice little multicast plus his thing. Sorry, Fire Blast. Ignite. Multicast, Ignite. Looks like Dire's going to go ahead and fortify those structures down bottom. Slark going to be able to collect himself his Sanj and Yeisha. TP does come through from Slark. Immediately TP's down bottom. Or top. And yeah, we've got a bunch of stuff everywhere. I mean, people are dying, things are happening, death is everywhere. This gold graph is essentially at 0. The towers are actually fairly even. One tower advantage in the favor of the Radiant, but that's really about it. Once that tower does go down, I think the Dire will have the gold advantage once again. But you see, it was a huge dip towards the Dire for a little bit, mainly because their team fights have been a little bit better, despite the fact that last team fight was so bad for them. As far as everybody dying and Sorcery forced to buy back to get a kill on top of a support. Blink Dagger Zeus, guys! It's over 9,000 swag. We see him hiding in the trees. Puck looking for something. Will she pop her orb? Looks like she will not pop her orb. Oh my gosh, she's gonna go into the trees. Zeus, blink out while you can. Zeus drops her ulti, finds everybody around the corner, blinks around the side immediately. Puck has her blink dagger available. She can go for the chase if she wants to. I think it might be a very bad idea. She drops the orb instead. Ignite. Fire Blast coming through on top of Puck's face, and Puck does get ignited, taking a bunch of damage. Dear Jesus, that was a lot of damage. Ogre Master doing so much. Meanwhile, Lich ulti gonna fly all the way towards Ogre Master. Zeus does blink in. His ulti was already used. Meanwhile, on the backside, Prophet versus Silencer. Silencer's gonna be the one to get the kill on top of that. And now we got Slark getting himself a kill on top of this Lich. And now Slark will be losing his life at the end of the day. Spectre around the corner looking for something. Zeus blinks forward, gets himself his last right click on top of Puck. He's gonna be able to get that kill. Hit confirmed, indeed. And now we got Silencer working on his power trade, so he's gonna have a little bit more HP. Spectre has her Radiance officially finished, so she can actually start building her damage items. I'm expecting to see a Mantis style, but instead she pops her ulti just to go for some free burn damage, plus her Desolate, which is at a level 2. Level 2 Desolate for Spectre, so that's a little bit free damage for her. 35 bonus damage. She really needs to get herself her Mantis style available though. Mantis style just to make her illusions do a lot more. Naga Siren is following suit with her Radiance build. I think the courier has a recipe, and yes it does. So Naga Siren almost has a Radiance about the same time as Spectre does, and that's actually quite scary because Naga Siren has way more items than Spectre right now. If we take a look at the net worth, we see Spectre is not as valuable as the Naga Siren right now as far as gold goes, and Naga Siren built her Radiance later than Spectre, so I said this before, I said this once before, and I'll make sure I emphasize the point that Spectre is not as good with illusions as a Naga Siren is. Mainly because Naga Siren gets free illusions every single, what, 35 seconds? No, 40 seconds. Whereas Spectre kind of has to wait, 102 seconds, plus she has to wait a whole entire Mantis style cooldown before she can actually pick up her illusions. So those are things that you always have to consider, especially when you consider a game where if you're trying to go late game carry versus late game carry, which is what this new meta promotes. And actually, speaking of promoting things, we got somebody going to be going down. Zeus going to be dying. Cut down to his pride is what he says, but I think he was not really proud of his life, so he just gave it away. Speaking of giving things away, Nature's Prophet going to go ahead and die up top. I'm catching these kills at the very tail end. My apologies, guys. Let me get a little bit better at that. We got the Blink Dagger from the Puck, was used. Bottle charges from Zeus was all he used. And okay, he has items now. Alright, good. But don't tell me that's all he has. Anywho, Lich run around the corner, plus crew looking for a Slark. Sentry Ward's ward placed everywhere, just a D ward. Slark has his OP free vision. He can tell where wards are because Shadow Dance. And then Naga going to go ahead and march on forward. Her Radiance is up and ready. Comparing the items, Spectre is way behind in gold right now. Spectre just now building up her upgraded boots. I think we saw that happen fairly recently. Whereas Naga Siren, she has over Spectre. Naga Siren officially has herself a drum plus. Well, I guess you can't technically count boots. Naga Siren took a while to get her boots, and actually I didn't realize she didn't have her boots finished. I thought she had power charge already. That was Slark. But Naga Siren did have herself a whole entire drum and ring of Aquila up on top of Spectre, where Spectre more or less had the same exact thing that Naga has, except for, well, there's a drum on Naga. So essentially this difference in build from these two is just a drum between Naga Siren and Spectre. Everything else is kind of negligible as far as gold goes. Magic Wand versus Magic Stick, more or less the same thing. More or less the same thing. I mean, it's 3 additional stats, but still. And all that goes a long way, because basically what that points out is the simple fact that Nagasarn has only died 1 time this whole entire game, where Spectre has died a grand total of 3 times. Which means that Spectre not making that big of an impact, but guys, we don't expect Spectre to make a big impact just yet. We want to see her get in the super late game. We want to see her have Max Desolate. We want to see her have a Mantis Style plus a Diffusal Blade and just destroy people's faces with her illusions. Speaking of having illusions, Slark down bottom, forced to run away. Thought these guys were illusion, but clearly they were real. And Slark gonna go into the middle fight. Zeus doing a nice little chunk of damage on top of his Nature Prophet. Nature Prophet gonna be forced to run away. The ulti does come from Zeus, and these guys will be trying to juke around the corner. Zeus still have vision. Spectre ulti does come through, trying to slow down Slark. Slark not gonna be able to find that last right click. He does get the kill on top of Puck at the end of the day. Gonna go for Spectre instead. Right click to right click. Spectre does win the fight versus Slark because of that diffusion. Now we got Spectre stuck in the trees. She will not be able to get off for another 4 seconds. Ogre Magic just exploding that girl, and Mr. President just launched the nukes. Pew! Okay, sorry guys. Alright, anyway, BKB is up on top of Storm Spirit. I didn't realize he had one of those. But yes, he does have BKB. He was forced to use a charge. I think he got a kill for it. But that's going to be a very valuable item, especially going forward, because between all of Zeus's damage and all of more or less Ogre Magic and Silencer's damage, it's all magical. If you can just have some magic immunity coming up from that Black King bar, you can just do quite a bit as far as Storm Spirit zipping in, zipping out, and just doing a whole bunch of right clicks. That said, he doesn't have any right click damage. He only has 114 damage, 113 damage or something like that, which is not a lot, especially considering that Spectre more or less has double that damage plus Desolate, which is maxed out. So 65 plus 92 plus 76. That's right guys, Cool Blue's doing math on live stream. Heck yeah. Anywho, oh man, my bad. Let me do this. I forgot to watch my own live stream. Is it bad if I watch my own live stream? Anyway, around the corner, down the street, we see Roshan about to be getting attempted, or maybe just getting warded. Oh, Zeus dropping lightning bolts. Sorry, I thought that was on top of somebody's head. Zeus is dropping lightning bolts, playing that supportive role, just trying to de-ward everything. Working on an Aghanim Scepter, so he will have that in about 1,400 more gold. Where's the Aghanim Scepter? There it is. So he will have that in about 1,400 gold, and he will have a little bit more fun with that. Moving over to everything else we see, can't really complain too much about the Radiant side. I mean, they're doing fantastic. Nagasara has Boots of Travel plus a Radiance, and Curry is bringing her something beautiful. And that's a bottle. That's really it. An empty bottle at that. Jeez, you move slower than pond water on a cold day with molasses as a father. Anyway, Blinks do come forward. I think this Zeus might be a little bit trouble. He's going to get jumped on. Storm Spirit does come around the corner. Man, Spectre. Puck dropped that ulti. I do not agree with that. Silencer ulti does come through. Storm Spirit not going to be able to zip around and be as evasive. And actually, speaking of being evasive, Puck taking Lich taking a bunch of damage because he can't be evasive. Spectre ulti does come through. She's going to go for a kill on top of Silencer instead of going for the kill where the rest of her team is. I think if they did decide to go for the kill on the people mid, they might have been able to get a little bit more. Nagasar are going to go ahead and drop that ulti. Let Slark get into position. Sanjias is up on top of him. They're going to go for a kill. They're looking for the Storm Spirit, who has no mana. He's going to go ahead and try to zip out. Not going to be able to find too far to go. Officially loses life. Puck going to be able to survive. Spectre just juking that Slark because she just moves at the speed of Spectres. And speaking of moving at the speed of Spectres, the dagger does come through on top of Slark. Slark is going to be revealed slightly, and there we go. He stops getting revealed. And I think, was that a gem? Somebody just dropped a TP scroll. There's a casual TP scroll on the ground. Nobody's going to pick that up? Anyway. That's really about it. Dagon coming up on Puck, I don't necessarily agree with that fully. I really do hope that's going to be Aghanim Scepter. It's likely going to be Aghanim Scepter. Now that I think about it, that should be an Aghanim Scepter. If it's not an Aghanim Scepter, I'm going to be very upset. Okay, I'm not that upset. I mean, I'm still a little bit upset it's not an Ags, but a Tornado Stick will be fantastic for her. She can use it to keep herself alive if she does jump into this middle of these team fights. And oh yeah, by the way, Naga's illusions are getting very beefy right now. Speaking of illusions, Spectre going to be forced to try to TP out. A lot of damage from Slark coming from his magic damage. We'll see that here in a few moments. That Dark Pact does a crap ton of damage. Look at that. Slark's damage 1,600. Oh, sorry, 864 damage, whereas Dark Pact does 300 damage. So more or less, Slark did all of his damage with a pounce and a dark pact, and Spectre died with the other additional 200 from right clicks plus stats lost. So basically Slark's damage right now is a lot of magic damage. It's going to get a lot worse here very soon because he is working on the Basher, which means that he should be getting a Butterfly right after. I really do hope... Okay, he also has a BKB. Cool. So I say I really do hope he gets a BKB, but he does have one. Meanwhile, Zeus around the corner, going to find Nature's Prophet. Nature's Prophet does not have a Shadow Blade. Zeus is going to go ahead and blink around the side because no damage was done. Prophet does die. Hit confirmed is confirmed. And look at the smiles. Everybody's smiling. Gotta love the smiles. What? Puck is not a dude. Hammer fan, I don't believe you. Apparently Puck is a dude. I think Puck is a chick. Because technically they call it an it. And the voice sounds like a girl. And actually Puck could be a dude. I can see that. Like, you know, a little man-child boy. And speaking of man-child boy, Slark is in a little bit of trouble. He's in a very bad spot. Gonna get surrounded by a whole bunch of people. Not gonna be able to pop his ulti. Force spot the BKB. He's gonna go ahead and try to turn the fight. He will be able to leap away just in time, but it's really about it. Storm Spirit is zipping around the trees. Slark stuck in the trees. Slark not gonna be able to find any jukes anywhere else, but he did get fully healed. He's gonna go for the right click. Gonna lose the man fight. Looks like a BKB does get popped by Storm Spirit. Just give it a silence. And now we got Nagasarm popping the ulti. Slark can't go toe to toe with Storm Spirit. Storm Spirit just gonna go ahead and stand still because he's stuck in the trees. Slark does survive. And actually, no, I lied. Spectre gonna go and pop the ulti. Will she go for the fight on top of him? The question is, I don't really know. I think I'm losing a whole bunch of frames right now, but you guys can't really see that. So we got Ogre Master dying in the trees all by his lonesome, and Storm Spirit, well, Naga. Yeah, Naga died to Spectre. I didn't realize Naga was dying to Spectre. My bad, guys. I missed the exciting part. Alright, so it looks like it's just lagging Dota. My stream is not dropping any frames. Spectre doing a whole bunch of damage is fantastic. This is what we want to see. This is what we're waiting to see. Spectre's damage output is going to be extremely high right now. The main reason for that is because her Desolate is bonus damage. Her right click is actually pretty high. And she's finally getting herself a Diffusal Blade. Those two blades of Alcredy are going to be built into that Diffusal Blade, of course. Her illusions will actually be able to do something. I still don't think she should have got a Radiance if she's going to be going for Diffusal Blade anyway. I think she should have got a Mantis Style first. Anyway, speaking of having Mantis Styles, a lot of damage going towards Spectre. Spectre's going to be forced to TP on the trees. Zeus dropping Lightning Bolts around the corner. Zeus going to go ahead and blink away, or blink into the side, gets the kill on top of Spectre. Actually, the kill went to Slark. Oh, okay, he got a kill on top of Spectre. And Slark did get a kill on top of somebody. Looks like he got a kill on top of... Haha, you guys. You guys are crazy. Slark got a kill on top of Silencer. Oh, wait, Storm Spirit, my bad. Alright, so the state of the game really is how hard can Slark carry right now? And the answer to that is, I'm not terribly sure. Not too terribly sure. Prophet has a Blink Dagger, so he's going to go ahead and blink around, drop up the trees. Puck going to be stuck in the trees with the Slark, not going to be regretting every single piece of decision that she ever made. And she does officially get herself a kill on top of Slark, so she no longer regrets anything. That's right, guys. Live life with no regrets, and you'll regret nothing.
Top tower is under attack.
That made sense. I'm actually a little bit afraid, or a little scared that actually made sense. Live life with no regrets and you'll regret nothing. I mean, it's logical. That's what it means. And speaking of living life with no regrets, we got top tower going to be going down. Prophet going full YOLO mode. Hashtag YOLO swag. Has a Shadow Blade available despite the fact that there's a Zeus on the enemy side. I do not like this idea at all. I think he would have been better off with a Knuckle Book. I also think he might have been a lot better off with something a little bit more useful like a Sheep Stick to actually just make Slark completely useless. Storm Spirit, Puck, and Nature's Prophet are all three natural carriers of Sheep Sticks. That said, I think Prophet could have easily spent that gold that he bought or spent with Shadow Blade on a Sheep Stick, which would have given him more stats, plus it would have gave him an extra disable. Way more stats. Sorcerer is zipping forward, gonna find himself Ogre Master who has 18 armor, dear god. The right clicks aren't really doing a whole bunch to him, but he is gonna go ahead and use that. Sorcerer gonna be forced to stand still in two of the Naga Summon. We got the Sancho ulti dropping as well. Naga could have canceled that song, but looks like they want to cancel the fight. That's a very good decision to be made because they don't have everybody available. Sancho's a little bit too far away. They got the kill going top of Storm Spirit. Storm Spirit really don't want to die. They do turn back for the fight. Puck dropped the ulti, does catch a few people. Not gonna be able to do too terribly much with it though. And they're going to continue on. Naga burning around the side. Going to be not dying because she's too cool. And we do got the Zeus. Was that Zeus? Yeah, Ogre Magi kills Spectre. Okay, good to know. Ogre Magi did get the kill on top of Spectre. We got Naga Summer has a Mantis Style available, and I think this Naga is playing like a Spectre, and this Spectre's playing like a Naga. I think it's hilarious. One of Naga Sound's core items, if you want to look at it that way, would be a Radiance, if you're trying to go for that kind of build, of course. One of Spectre's core items, in my honest opinion, would be a Diffusal Blade plus a Manta Style. I really do think that Spectre should have, instead of building a Radiance, should have built a Manta Style into Diffusal Blade. That would be a lot more useful. So actually, hold on, let me stop talking about that. We got a team fight happening in front of us. Guys, we got Silencer about to be going now. Storm Spirit going to be able to zip around the corner. BKB does go away. Zeus getting himself a nice little kill on top of Storm. Easy kill is easy. Zeus working on what looks to be a Sheep Stick. It's going to be fantastic. And it's over 9,000, looking for more control. Meanwhile, up top, Prophet doing that split pushing thing. No Necro Book. I'm very sad, but he will be able to kill a tower, and he can Shadow Blade away. And speaking of Shadow Blade away, Zeus is going to go ahead and Shadow Blade his life away into the ground. Doesn't want to come back into this fight. Doesn't want to come back into this world. The fight recap's going to let us know who died and by what. And looks like Silencer died and by Bloodlust. Anyway, Nagasama song getting used. She's going to be forced to TP out. Spectre not going to be able to chase. And speaking of not being able to chase, Slark is actually in the middle of everything. His ulti is available though, so Spectre needs to be very careful, plus a BKB. Slark should be able to win this fight. He does win himself a basher. BKB does get popped. He does jump on top of Spectre. Spectre does get bashed up. Slark's forced to pop that ulti. Puck dropping that Tornado 6. Slark looking for one more right click. Not going to be able to find it. Ulti does come from Zeus. He does get a kill on top of a casual Nature's Prophet. And now we got Slark getting himself a kill on top of a casual Puck. Easy Raxus, easy. They're going to be able to take those Raxus down. Two people buying back, both Prophet and Puck. And it looks like Slark's going to be forced to run away as fast as he possibly can. Doesn't want to die right now. Prophet TPing around the corner, looking to see if he can get some vision on top of Slark. Slark getting enough HP to be built up to actually go for a kill on top of this Prophet. Prophet regretting every single piece of the decision he just made. Slark ulti just happened to be back up online. And now Storm Spirit is going to zip around the corner, looking for a kill on top of Slark. Slark's not going to be able to do really much about it except for take the right clicks and die. He does officially go down. Nagasarn running away as fast as she possibly can. Will she be able to make it is the big question. She has illusions upon illusions available here in a few moments. Does get hit with a nice little tornado. Her song is also up now as well. I didn't realize that she was level 18. Storm Spirit will be the one to go down, dies to the burn damage, and Naga can actually turn around, go for the kill on top of the Puck. Looks like the Manta Style does get popped, keeping the Nagasarn alive and unsilenced, and Puck does take a bunch of damage from that. From the illusions, of course. The bottle charge is getting used. A lot of damage coming towards Puck. We got Lich ulti bouncing around. We're going to be able to find himself a nice little bounce target. Nagasarn bringing her illusions, trying to help out the damage of this Lich, and going to be able to get himself a kill on top of Zeus. Yep, Spectre does get the kill on top of Zeus. And here comes the Diffusal Blade. Silencer not having a lot of trouble. Round of 8 toes used, but Diffusal Blade is a lot better. He goes down. Easy kill is easy. And TP does come out from Puck, and both these sides are playing very on edge. I think we're at the point of the game where both carries are more or less farmed enough to have decent fights, and I say both carries. When I say both, I actually mean Spectre can finally go toe-to-toe with Naga. That said, Spectre can't go toe-to-toe with Slark, and that's a problem. Slark is a more or less momentum-based type hero. He wants to snowball as hard as he can, and right now he's snowballing pretty hard, despite the fact that this is especially with this official new meta. This meta of Dota is officially what they like to call rubber band Dota. I call it swing Dota, but rubber band sounds cooler. Swing sounds very provocative and weird. But as far as rubber band Dota goes, it's a very risky thing. If you have somebody who's doing fairly well like a Slark, he can just easily lose the game, especially if he's the only one carrying, once he dies a few times. So if he continues to die a few more times, he might be losing, or he might be helping his team lose the game faster. That said, he is still a momentum-based hero. Once he does get it, he never really loses it. Especially if he gets it in such a way where he can just open up the floodgates wide open to let his team go ahead and just farm everything and catch up in levels. Because right now, as far as levels go, we see that Slark is level 24, Zeus level 21, Puck right behind him, plus Naga Siren. This is a very scary thing where Slark is almost max level, and we're about at the end of effectiveness with Slark. This game does go past the 40 to 45 minute mark. We will officially be seeing Naga turn over as the primary carry for a team. But Naga would need something like a heart to actually keep her alive. Zeus ulti does come through. Ogre Manager is going to go and casually walk into it. It's going to be taking a bunch of damage. One person does go down. Mr. President get himself a kill. Looks like Roshan going to be able to get himself a kill on top of a bunch of illusions. Puck looking for the kill on top of Ogre Manager. Ogre Manager going to be officially going down. Cool, good lord. 4 times multicast on top of Puck, taking a crap ton of damage. Tornado does come through on top of Zeus, and Zeus can blink here in 3 seconds time. Puck going to be able to make her way far enough, and she's working on her sheep stick, which is almost finished. Gets yourself a TP scroll, and TP's back to base. And speaking of TP and back to base, Storm Spirit trying to defend the base. Slark getting them easy bashes. First hit bash. OP, please nerf. Meanwhile, he drops his ulti. Gonna go ahead and try to see if he find himself a Nature's Prophet. Not gonna be able to find it. Naga loses plus the Slark. Gonna be running all through up in this base. Zeus dropping lightning bolts like it's nothing, just dropping them lightning bolts like they're dollars. And we got Puck gonna be falling to the ground, possibly gonna be falling to the ground as far as her life goes. She needs to blink out as fast as she possibly can. Looks like her blink is not available. Gonna be losing life. Slark getting himself an easy kill. Pounce doing a crap ton of damage. And looks like that will be more or less it. These guys will be backing out after claiming those Raxes. And mid lane Rax means that this lane will naturally push because those creeps doing a whole bunch of fun things like killing people and pushing. And doing things like killing and pushing. This is a very violent game. I just realized that, guys. Guys, I just realized this game must be American. Because there's death and money and regret. That's all you need to be America. Oh yeah, sex. You need sex, but there's no sex in this game. Says someone who's never been to the NSFW pages for Dota 2 on Reddit. I've never been there. I don't know what you're talking about. Shut up. Anyway, back to the safe, family-friendly things. We're gonna go and talk about the Spectre murdering the face of a creep. Look at that. Just stab him in the back. That's not violent. Anywho, Roshan's gonna be getting beat up here in a few moments. Nagasaran does not have a heart, but she's gonna be working for something. It looks like she's going for a Lincoln Sphere instead. Based on what we see, is that a good item? And the answer is probably yes. Okay. Slark. Bro, you gonna give me time to catch up to you and watch you kill Storm? I mean, I'm just saying, just considerations, all I'm asking for. Slark gets himself an easy kill on top of Storm Spirit. A lot of damage did come through. Slark has a Scotty available, so he has a lot of stats, a lot of free attack speed. Speaking of free attack speed, Spectre's going to be getting melted here. And like I said before, if Slark gets the momentum, he will just snowball out of control. Spectre has nothing that she can really do about it. She can barely go toe-to-toe with Naga. And I say barely, I do mean barely. She can barely go toe-to-toe with Naga. Especially once Naga pops her illusions. And Slark is in a class of his own right now. He's level 25. He has his net worth is probably the highest on the map. I would be really surprised if anybody was higher than him. Yeah, his net worth is extremely high. He's just like untouchable right now. Spectre can't even go toe-to-toe with him. She doesn't even have anything close to HP. She has no heart available, which is usually what you don't want to see Spectres have. And Slark has essentially a heart. Not really, but he has a Scotty, plus a drum, plus an A-blade, plus power treads. I mean, that's a lot of HP he has right now. And the GG well plays do come through. Game's gonna be over. Ancient's gonna be going down. Zeus pop his ulti, just give himself some vision. Pops a refresher plus an ulti as well. Gets himself a kill on top of Lich. That's really about it. And boom goes the Radiance. Or wow, wrong word. Boom goes the Ancientamite. Ancient. Okay. The Ancient exploded. There. Fine. I'll just say it normally. Anyway, that's going to be it for this game. Very exciting game. Very cool stuff. We got to see a Slark out carry a Spectre. And I think it's mainly because Spectre didn't build it the way I think she should have. I think, of course, in hindsight, this is all true. But I think Spectre should have built more aggressively early game. And then went for a Radiance late game. Because once Naga builds a Radiance, it negates any effect that Spectre's Radiance would have had. Because Naga's Radiance is better than Spectre's naturally because of Naga's illusions. Anyway, that's going to be it for this game. I'm not going to overanalyze it too much. Really fun game, really awesome game. Random Pubcast is what this is called because Random Pubcast is what this was. Exciting stuff for me, exciting stuff for you. If you guys want to check out my other videos, feel free to check them out. I have 3 channels that I use. One is the main one, which is watching this on, which is youtube.com/coolbluedota. That's CULBLUDOTA. The other one is my vlog channel, which you guys can go ahead and check out if you guys want to. That is youtube.com/coolbluevlogs. That's CULBLUVLOGS. And the very last one is Casters Network, which is a group created to help casters come together, collect, collaborate, and create with one another. The whole goal of that one is to help casters come together, collect, collaborate, and create with one another. That's the goal. Thought that was implied. So yeah, go and check out those channels, have fun, learn things, and keep on playing Dota. And as always, guys, I'll see you guys whenever. Whoop, did my job. Alright, that's gonna be it for this game. I just got a message. Husky wants me to cast his game. So somebody just asked me about the NSFW Dota 2 on Reddit. There's an NSFW page for every subreddit. You just have to look hard enough. And the Dota 2 one was kind of like right there. So I was like, I'm gonna accidentally click on this. Whoops. Oh, okay. This is actually. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Alright. This is a bad idea. Peaks with one eye open the whole time you're scrolling down the whole page. Anyway, it wasn't worth it. It was very weird. It was very strange. All I gotta say is Leaning Crystal Maiden. That was very awkward. It's like, but they're sisters. But that's what makes it so cool. Anyway, alright, let's stop talking about things. Let's talk about more professional things, because we're professionals here, casting, live streaming. Husky was asking me if I can cast this game, and I will gladly cast this game. Husky, I will gladly cast game. And that's really it. Let me get a message from. You clearly don't Reddit. Sorry, I'm talking to my friend. He's asking me how do I know about the NSFW on Dota 2 Reddit. It's Reddit. There's an NSFW for it. Rule 43 or 42. 42? Is it Rule 42? I gotta Google. Is it? I think it's Rule 42. This is a bad idea. Nope, it's not Rule 42. Rule 42 is that you should always bring a towel, just in case you do something so stupid. At least people will say, hey, that guy / gal really knows where their towel is. I don't get it. I really don't get it. I think it's Rule 24. Oh my gosh, I'm going to figure out what rule it is. It's a Rule 30. Oh, 34. Thank you. Okay, I got it. Stop it. Dude, chill out, bro. I got it. It's Rule 34. Goodness. I knew I had to forward it. Just delay, though. Alright, Rule 34. Let's Google it. Well, why am I Googling? Okay. Yeah. If it exists, there is porn of it. There, now you guys know. Rule 34. Congratulations, you learned something. Oh my god. XKCD, I love these guys. I'm gonna go ahead and post that. How is Rule 34 from Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy? First of all, they got that from the internet. Second of all, they got that from the internet. Third of all, it's probably from the book originally, but still, the internet adopted it. So therefore, it's sourced from the internet. That's how logic works. Otherwise, freaking magnets, how do they work? Anyway, let's go ahead and talk about things that are relevant, so you guys are going to have some things to look at. Let's look at a random game. We'll see how it goes. And Husky, let me know. Let me know when you start playing your game, so I can go cast it. I'm just waiting on the game to start for you, so I can go cast it. Hey, look, a lion. He has a gym. Oh, Weaver. Oh my god. Bro, your HP. Always bring a towel. Oh my gosh, guys. While this is going through, while you guys are focusing on the Dota that's in front of you, this literally happened to me like 3 times now, and I feel like I should have learned the first time. But I have an apartment, and it's cool, it's awesome, it's my own place. I get to, call it my own, I get to do whatever. I get to not clean up, I get to clean up, I get to have to clean up. It's really bad right now. There's like stuff everywhere. Anyway, that's besides the point. The point is, I have a microwave ramen maker. I was like, yes! I have a microwave ramen maker that I bought from the store. I feel so legit. You know what? I'm going to make me some microwave ramen because it's like a little specific thing. It costs like $3. It wasn't worth it. The ramen actually tastes very bad. So I'm like, yeah, I got my ramen opened and I put it in the thing and I'm about to pour the water in. And I was like, wait. I have a microwave ramen maker, but no microwave. The struggle is real, guys. So anyway, the second time it happened was basically I had these nice little sliders, White Castle sliders. I don't know if you guys ever know about them, but they're pretty fantastic. They're actually really good for some frozen food. Really nice, really great. And I was like, yes, I got me some White Castle sliders. Let's do this. I take out the package, put them on a plate. I was like, yeah, let's put it in the microwave.
Dyer's bottom tower
Damn.
has fallen.
I don't have a microwave. Hashtag the struggle must be at war because it is real. So that happened 2 times, and the third time it happened was actually today. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm at the store. I was like, yeah, I got some microwave stuff, let's do it. I forgot, what was it? I bought it. I don't remember what it was. Oh, it was like something I did while that's what I was doing, measuring cups. My measuring cups are microwave safe, that's what it was. My measuring cups are microwave safe. I was like, yeah, my measuring cups are microwave safe, because I had to buy measuring cups. And I was like, yeah, I can use this in a microwave. Damn, I don't have a microwave. The struggle is real, guys. That's all I gotta say. That's all I gotta say. So anyway, that happened to me 3 times in a row, and I feel very sad about it, so I should go buy a microwave. But dude, microwaves are expensive. It's like $50 for a freaking microwave. That's like a lot of money when I have money to spend but I don't want to. That's how much I pay for internet a month, guys. $50. Actually $55, but still it's taxes. So weird, so crazy. Anywho, I hope you guys enjoyed the story. I didn't, because I still don't have a microwave. So, if you guys want to, buy me a microwave. And if you guys don't want me to, then don't worry. I probably wouldn't accept your microwave because it's over the internet. And you know, with the internet, with Rule 34, I'm just saying, microwaves and people can be a thing. Just saying. Google it. Microwave people. Oh wow. Oh, Kick-Ass had it in there. Somebody got microwaved. It was pretty bad. He just like splattered everywhere. And very realistic fashion. Oh, the Spirit Breaker.
Is mine.
Anywho, alright, so let me stop talking. Let's just stare at Dota as we have R13. Go ahead and have a Blink Dagger. What's he have? Blink Dagger Tranquil Boots plus a 4-staff. So he's pretty much a bat. He's literally a bat rider with legs. That's all he is. Alright, so let's see what's happening right now. We got Skype. Husky! Husky, hurry up! Jay. Longest queue ever. I'm eating a cookie right now. You guys should be jealous. I'm gonna go ahead and mute myself while you guys watch Dota. And I'm gonna enjoy my cookie.
Is mine.
Radiant's middle tower may need a hand. Radiant structures have been secured. Dyer's bottom tower is in turmoil.
Holy crap, did you see how much HP Weaver just lost? Like, almost all of it. Is Ember critting for... Holy crap, what does Ember have? Holy crap. So I'm trying to eat another cookie, but I just saw that damage. I was like, what? Okay, right, legit strat, guys. Double crit, double battle fairy, double boots, double bottle. Might as well. So Ember's basically, he's almost literally a Kunkka. That's pretty much all he is. What was the cooldown slide of fist is 6 seconds? Cooldown on Kunkka's splash is 4 seconds? Close enough.
Gold for me.
Oh my gosh, I have cookies but no milk. The struggle. God, there's freaking sugar cookies. So like I'm like, if I had milk right now, it'd be fantastic. But fine.
The champ has fallen to the Radiant.
My blaze burns eternal. Triple kill!
Alone with you, to be rewoven.
Fierce and Dire have fortified their structures. Dire's middle tower is under fire. Dire's middle tower met its end. Radiant's top tower is getting walloped.
I'd like to give a shout out to Husky for having the longest queue time in the world. Pretty awesome.
Comforting rune of regeneration.
Radiant's bottom tower has uninvited guests. Dire's middle barracks are under attack.
Oh snap, star ladder.
Dire's bottom tower is on its way further down.
flames. Searing jays.
Cut from the same cloth. Pain to people's ends.
Not is over.
Thanks for standing still.
I have orbs for this.
I see the Radiant just fortified their structures. Radiant's middle tower is not safe. Radiant's middle tower had an unhappy ending. Radiant's middle barracks were torn down. That's the end of Radiant's middle barracks.
My chamber is empty.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
I was never.
That 3-shot though.
Form fails.
You've been spotted.
trickster's rune of illusion. Never refuse gold given. Never refuse gold given.
Dire defeated Roshan in heated battle. Dire's middle barracks are not doing so well. Dire's structures are fortified. Dire's top tower is under attack.
Lost with me.
Never to restore her to the nest
Dire's
of
top
gold.
tower is not on top of things.
Dominate embers. Well,
Dire's top tower isn't well at the moment. Dire's top tower is under attack.
Okay, guys, I'm done with food. I promise. I'm gonna stop eating because it feels weird to be eating while people are watching me. Damn. Enough food. Waiting for Husky to hurry up and ooh, wow. Yay.
Your spirit, like your life, is broken.
Double damage.
Alright, so let's get started. That's cool. Ooh, let me see if I can get a co-caster.
Well-gotten gains.
Dire's middle barracks are getting it now. Dire's bottom tower is on its way further down.
Haste.
Jesus, Weaver, what happened to your HP, bro? Holy crap. This Ember build, though. Legit builds, legit. Daedalus, battle free, base boots, TP scroll. Oh, he needs boost travel. I think he's trying to save it for Radiant. So, not Radiant, Rapier.
Dire's bottom tower is in turmoil.
Oh my god. Girlfriend. So Husky just got into a game. He's loading it up, and he said that Q though. That's what he just said, and I'm all like, yep. And I guarantee you, somebody won't connect, and you have to re-queue. That's why you have to rage quit. Oh, BKB is on VS. Oh man, it's a carry VS. What is this? What in the world? Just a freaking Deso plus a Blade Metal? Okay. Just Ember's gonna kill himself. Actually, no, Ember won't kill himself because most of his damage comes from when he's doing Sleight of Fist and he's invulnerable when he's doing that. So, all Sand King. Oh, that silence. That silence burns. Speaking of burning, Ember Spirit, you in a little bit of trouble, bro. He runs out. Easy.
A feast for my beetles.
Dyer's top tower isn't well at the moment. Dyer's top tower was utterly destroyed.
From this plane, I am not in.
Okay, so Husky's not very hopeful that his game will actually be good. And actually, let me go ahead and try this game.
Dyer's top barracks are under attack.
It's not letting me watch his game. Oh, is he playing ranked?
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Radiant structures are fortified.
Actually, that's not true. Hold on.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen. Radiant's middle tower was smashed into pieces.
Sorry, I just told me that you can't spectate ranked, but I don't think that's true. Oh, this VS dude. Oh my god, that right click. What's that, Weaver? Is he really doing damage like that? Anyway, alright, so this game just ended. We're waiting for Husky's game. Oh, waiting for loaders. Oh my gosh, guys. It's gonna happen. Let me go ahead and get my random podcast stuff set up. Oh no, cancel. Oh no, go away. This is actually not a random podcast. This is actually a planned podcast. Actually, no, it's random. Whatever. You guys don't know the difference. It all looks the same to you peoples. Because y'all is just here to see some dotes played, and that's all you really care about. Just be ashamed of yourself. Don't ever say hi anymore. You meanies. Anyway, let's start. Hello everybody, my name is Cool Blue, and I'm bringing you guys random podcast number 98. I think I might make it to 100 if I keep doing this, and I think I want to do that. So you know what? I'm going to make a thing out of this. I'm going to keep casting until I get to random podcast number 100, and you guys are going to get to enjoy the ride, because I'm doing this live, and I'm also recording offline just in case something bad happens, which it shouldn't, but no worries. This is a game, a random podcast, which is random because I don't know who's going to win or what's going to win. But I do know somebody who's on the dire side, and that is Husky. So shout out to Husky for being brave enough to play in a Dota match live on YouTube, because I'm live streaming to YouTube. And for all those who are laughing at me because I'm live streaming to YouTube, I was going to say the logic is sound. I basically, instead of live streaming to Twitch and then uploading to YouTube, where it's going to stay anyway, why not just live stream to YouTube and let it stay uploaded on YouTube? Just saying guys, I'm just saying, it makes sense to me. Anywho. So we're going to see if Husky actually got through. He's actually sent me a message. Ha! Someone failed to load! Lol. Called it. Alright, so somebody failed to load, so he's going to have to reload in his game. And I totally told him, like, because it took him a long time to actually find a game. And I told him, like, yep, watch it load, and somebody did not load. Or watch the game finally get found, and somebody failed to load. That's totally what's happening right now for him. So we're gonna have to wait for it to come back up. Oh, that's so hilarious. Anyway, let me see if I can find a codecaster. Is Smoke online? Oh, Smoke's on the line. Oh, Bello. Oh, Bello's on the line. It's Bello. Actually, is he online? It's loading! What do you mean? Husky says it's loading, guys. It might happen! I don't know if it loaded. Or I don't know if he's saying it's loading, but... Oh, he says somebody failed to load on his side. It's a 2-minute delay, so it makes it, this is about right as far as his response versus my reaction. It's about right. It's about right. Nope, 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 nope. Velo, are you online, bro? We haven't talked in like forever. Oh my gosh, where's my friends list? There it is. Let's see. This is so stupid. Jeez, Dota, why you know load? Anyway, he said he was loading to a game, so I was gonna find him again. Hero selection. Oh, good. Let's go and watch this game, and let me go and restart this. So let's close that, and let's pretend that you guys don't see this production value happening right in front of your faces, because this production value, though, look at that. Windows Media Player. Boom. Whoop. All right, we're starting in 3, 2, 1, go. Hello everybody, my name is Coolblue, and I'm bringing you guys random podcast number 98, and this is going to be fun because I'm going to keep on random podcasting until I get to number 100. I've determined that it's going to happen, and it's going to happen. And then after I break number 100, I'm going to do 101 tomorrow, because I can. Because that's how I roll. Anyway, so these guys are, what's going on? Okay. Dota? Dota. There we go. Okay. Oh, okay, that was weird. Right, it was loading and I didn't pay attention. But anyway, this is Random Podcast number 98. I'm actually live streaming this, so if you guys didn't know, I am going to start live streaming things because I'm lazy on uploads, and I'm lazy on uploads. That's really the only reason. I'm actually probably going to upload a separate video just in case, because YouTube does like to have a little bit of fun with, you know, making your videos silenced because you play music or something. So I'm actually going to refrain from playing music. But all that said and done, we are going to watch ourselves some beautiful Dota played by one of the people who've been watching and contributing very, very, very often to the cause of Dota. And that is Husky. So he's playing on the side of the Radiant, or Dire, my bad. He's playing on the side of the Dire, so I'm not biased, but I may be a slight bit biased because he's totes representing the team that I want to win. We'll see how this works out though. Alright, so let me make sure I post this. Let's share. Let's share this. SP. Alright, so sorry, these guys are doing their all pick thing. This is ranked all pick, so it's gonna take a while. It's a random pubcast-a-thon. We'll share this to a circle, speed the Dota 2 Google Plus community because they might actually care. And yes, as far as the picks so far, we got a Bloodseeker first pick. I'm actually excited to see how Bloodseeker gets played. I've seen him played a few times, and I'm still confused as to what he actually does. It's actually really, really, really weird. But the main thing is I'm expecting to see him play as probably his normal, typical kind of trying to carrying, but can't really carry. It's like can't carry because you don't have damage, can't have damage because you can't carry. You know how it goes. You know how it goes, guys.
Axe.
Some live streams and events.
Raise king.
And so far, I heard a Axe, I heard a Lion, and I also heard a Wraith King. Really cool stuff. I'm excited to see how Axe plays out too. I think they did. I don't know if they changed anything with Axe. But the main thing is that I'm Axe versus all these people so far who actually do fairly decent. Lion has a ton of magic damage, so he can just ignore the fact that Axe will have ridiculous amounts of armor when he pops that Berserker's Call. That's 43 freaking armor. But the main thing is that there's an Axe, so he can just blink in, taunt Lion, and kill Lion anyway. So it'll be fun to see how this does play out. Weaver's going to be a very fragile person for carry, and I'm actually a little bit concerned now because we have ourselves quite a few people who need farm to do things. All Axe really needs is a Blink Dagger plus maybe a Crimson Guard, which is the new cool item that does awesome things like, you know, keep you alive and whatnot. But as far as everything else goes, I think I think between Bloodseeker and Weaver, they're gonna be more or less starving themselves for farm unless we decide to, or unless we end up seeing ourselves a jungle Bloodseeker. Meanwhile, moving over to the rest of the picks, we see a Shadow Fiend getting picked up by the Radiant. He will be able to get a nice little bit of a challenge to Invoker mid, although Invoker should probably have fun not dying because he will have OP regen. That said, speaking of OP regen, we have Witch Doctor placed into the game. Lols. Witch Doctor plus Wraith King. Sorry, Witch Doctor plus Wraith King actually. I was about to say it's Witch Doctor plus anybody with a good stun, and Wraith King does have a good stun. This is going to be a lot of free damage once these Witch Doctor ultis do start to fly through. And look at Shadow Fiend, looking like a football player. Look at Swag Fiend. He doesn't look like a Shadow anymore. He looks like... I didn't even say a punchline, Silencer, for God's sakes. Jeez. Anyway. I just said, or I was going to say Shadow Fiend doesn't even look like, I don't know, he just looks weird. Like, I kind of like the old Shadow Fiend who looked like a little dog. Because at least Shadow Fiend had, like, you know, a presence. But I guess it's just I'm not used to it. Too much swag for me, I guess. Anywho, moving on to introductions. Start off, of course, on this sniper. We see Gigabyte. Or, yeah, Gigabyte on the sniper. Moving over to this Wraith King. We see Lucifix on that Wraith King. On this Witch Doctor, we see Yaya on that Witch Doctor. And moving over to this Lion, we see Insanity over Andra. Okay, Insanity over Andra. Okay, whatever that means. And of course, I feel like that means something I should know. And last but of course, on the Shadow Fiend, we have ourselves Smoker. Or Smokedger. Smokedger is what we see.
A golden thread.
Meanwhile, on the dire side, we see Twinks. I thought I said Torx. I was oh my god, Torx. Torx Denny. Alright, we see Twinks Dinnery, and he is going to be, in fact, going to the farm, or going to the jungle, which I'm actually a little bit concerned, because Axe looks like he wants to go into the jungle too. Moving over to this Axe, we see www.BillDota2.com, and moving over to this Weaver, who's actually hanging out down bottom, we see Husky playing him, so safe. Suicide Lane Weaver. It's a nice role for him. And moving to this Earthshake, who's hanging out on top, having a little bit of fun and getting free farm. We see ourselves the... Oh, wait. I heard Witch Doctor doing a little bit of damage to Axe, and Axe doing a lot of bit of damage to Witch Doctor. That Battle Hunger is going to be quite the lane control, so it's going to be really nice for these guys. Especially since it's melee versus... more or less melee versus range melee. It's actually going to be really nice because Axe's Bloodthirst, or Blood... Berserker's... yeah, what's it called? Taunt. Yeah, fine, I'll scroll over. Battle Hunger. We'll do enough passive damage to make everybody not have as much fun. Oh my god, speaking of not having as much fun, Earthshaker dropping out the fissure. Look at it go is what Witch Doctor says, and Earthshaker gonna go ahead and look at it go. He's about to lose his life here very soon. Does the fissure go down? Axe doing a crap ton of damage to Wraith King, and Wraith King looks like he might be dying to that Berserker's Call. And it looks like... or Battle Hunger, my bad. Why is it lagging so hard? Oh, Toaster Servers. Wraith King has a stun in 5 mana. He's going to be... oh, them jukes though. Axe going to be able to juke into the trees. Looks like Wraith King going to be able to have a stun here right about now. Looking for the stun. Not going to be able to find it. Just a little bit too far away is what Axe is. And Wraith King is going to go and drop the stun anyway. Not doing a significant amount of damage to Axe. Axe should be able to run away. Nobody for it to bounce on. Axe should survive this. Unless he does get stunned again, which I seriously doubt will happen. So a lot of high-speed action happening up there. And I don't think I finished my introductions. So my Earthshaker. We see Pop-Up Midnight on that Earthshaker. And on this Invoker hanging out down mid, we see ourselves the one, the only Gecko. And there we go, we got a nice little kill confirm pause. Is anybody about to die? Is anybody about to die? No? No? Aw, sad. But the casket does come out. Witch Doctor putting 1 point inside that, plus another point inside Maledict, so he can get some extra damage. I'm expecting to see quite a bit as far as Witch Doctor's kill potential. It should go really, really high the closer he gets to level 6, or once he does get level 6, that is. Bloodseeker in the jungle, hanging out with his newfangled Blood Rage, which actually I think is a lot better than the old Bloodbath that it was. It's really good. It gives him a nice chunk of damage. It's really risk reward, and it's kind of how Bloodseeker is really meant to be played, in my honest opinion. So we'll see him get healed up. Oh, it looks like a rain out thing. That's awkward. Awkward. Run, blood, run. Yeah, it ran out just before he got healed up. Meanwhile, Weaver down bottom, he has pretty much nothing. Not really expecting to see him get a lot of farm. Sniper is here with that long range, and we also have Lion here with his nice control. So Weaver needs to be extremely careful, especially when the Central Wars do get dropped down. Oh man, I think Weaver just made a big mistake. He's going to be taking a few right clicks coming out from Sniper. Sniper's going to try to go as far as he can. That's about as far as he can go. Weaver does have 2 points inside of Sakuchi, so that was the thing that ended up saving his life in my honest opinion. Healing Salve was used, but now Weaver has no mana, so Lion playing his game the way it should be. And speaking of playing games the way they should be, we got Shadow Fiend probably outlast hitting the Invoker. It looks like actually it's not true, they're both pretty much even. Now we got Invoker doing a little bit of damage to Shadow Fiend, but Shadow Fiend's going to go ahead and straight for the right clicks. The raises do come through. Oh my gosh, Shadow Fiend just needed one last little piece of hit. It looks like Invoker would have died. Meanwhile, Bloodseeker still in jungle trying to go for some more farm and healing. Speaking of farm and healing, we got Earthshaker doing a bunch of damage to this Witchstalker who's going to go ahead and pop himself a healing salve. Getting blocked around the corner, axes around the side, looking for some spins. Will he be able to get it is the big question. Looks like it will be a wide old no. Bloodseeker sadly forced to run away from base. Healing salve does get popped on Witchdoctor again. He's going to go ahead and pop himself a clarity potion as well. Just keep himself nice and healed up. He knows he's safe, and speaking of safe, he gets himself a haste rune.
Haste!
Meanwhile, down bottom, we got Weaver doing the standard Weaver build, trying to see if he can get himself a Ring of Aquila into power treads. All standard stuff so far. Sniper, on the other hand, is going straight for that Mask of Madness, just trying to get as many headshots as possible. I'm kind of okay with this. I think Headshot is not as strong, or Course is not as strong as it used to be, because it's no longer mini stun, but that said, he can still do some cool things. Anyway, Axe is going to go and pop himself a taunt, just trying to give himself a little bit more armor. Race King's going to be able to pop the stun, plus a right click, kills the Axe, executes him where he stands, and Witch Doctor not going to be able to do much. Oh my gosh, Witch Doctor hates to runs out in the worst possible time. Star Strike comes out from Invoker, does miss completely, whiffs the whole entire thing. Earthshaker looking for a fissure. We'll be able to have it here in a few mana. It looks like Witch Doctor just might barely be out of range. Bloodseeker's coming from the front side. High Speed Pursuit's coming through. Bloodseeker's looking for a hit in the face. Earthshaker's looking for the fissure. Fissure does come through. Bloodseeker does throw out the thirst on top of himself. Not necessarily the thirst, my bad. The Blood Rage. And looks like he will be able to go back to the jungle, continue farming, as if nothing else happened. It's cool stuff. Look at it, it's so cool. It heals him by so much. So much cooler. So much cooler than the old one. That's all I gotta say. Because the old one, like, silenced you and there was passive, and ability draft was hell. Like hell, because somebody just healed up for free whenever they pop the passive. This is a lot more risk reward. You actually gotta think about it. Of course, they made Blood Rage. I mean, they made it a pretty bad ability. It's really good when you have your ult, sure, but that's about it. Also, if you can catch somebody off guard with Blood Rage, I mean, they deserved it. That thing that thing has like a set up time of like 7 hours, because it is a 3-second duration before it actually does activate. And that's about just as bad as like a techie's mine. The only difference between a techie's mine and Blood Rite is the simple fact that Weaver died down bottom. Yeah, Weaver does die down bottom. Central Wars were placed, and as I stated before, he needs to be very careful, because when those Central Wars do come out, he will be probably not having the greatest of times in the world. So you guys have to be really concerned about that. But Tower down bottom, gonna be taking a bunch of right clicks. Tower mid, gonna be taking a bunch of oh, did Axe? No, okay. Axe had himself a kill on top of Shadow Fiend, who does go down, and Broker likely helped out with that, and looks like he did. Sunstrike plus Ice Wall. So passive damage is passive. Meanwhile, Invoker has something flying out to him, and I really do hope it's not going to be anything silly. We'll see what he decides to go for. The Courier is actually going to the Secret Shop. I think Invoker might be going for a. Is he going for Arcane Boots? Nope. Okay. He's going for straight up Tornado Stick. All right, that's okay. I'm okay with that. Tornado Stick over everything is what he's saying right now. I've seen a lot of Invokers decide to go for Force Staffs instead. Tornado Stick is a decent item to go for. It gives you the mana to actually be aggressive with your spells, and we are seeing ourselves a Quas Exort Invoker. So I'm actually a little bit concerned about that, because a Quas Exort Invoker typically relies on his Forge Spears for his right click damage, or any damage at all. And relying on your spells as a Quas Exort Invoker, I mean, yeah, he'll get like a value point, or value point. He'll get like a point inside of Wex, so he can go ahead and just blow somebody up with all of his abilities once he does get everything out. But it's still not the best of, or I guess I can't say not the best. It's just not a standard. Anyway, down bottom, Silencer Sniper getting himself an easy kill on top of Weaver. Weaver does take a crap ton of damage coming out from Silencer ult because it does do 355 damage, which is basically all of Weaver's HP right now, especially right now. Moving over up top, we see these guys are having a nice little fun time just popping fissures and bouncing around with their caskets. Fissures and caskets flying everywhere, guys. All the fissures and all the caskets. Wraith King. What's Wraith King gonna do? Not gonna do anything. That's what he's gonna do. Hastrian's followed by. Excuse me, sorry, I had to yawn. Hastrian's found by Axe. Axe is gonna go for a taunt on top of Silencer. Sniper. I think he needs to wait for he has support. He does have support in the sense of Weavers around the corner. They're gonna go ahead instead for Lion. That is a level 1 stunt. Level 1 taunt. More than enough for them to actually go for it. And there's a lot of points getting put in spin for or the counter helix for build Dota on that Axe. Slight bit concerned about that, especially seeing as I think is Axe farming the enemy jungle? I haven't been paying attention. I think Axe is farming the enemy jungle, which would be fantastic. Anyway, Bloodseeker shows up, takes a bunch of damage, gets chain stunned. He will lose his life. I don't think he needs to pop the ulti. He's going to pop it instead. Anyway, Wraith King will be forced to stand still. Sunstrike does come through. No blood right. Bloodseeker's going to go ahead and lose his life. He does drop out the he drops out the Blood Rage on top of Wraith King, just to make Wraith King take more damage while he runs away. And I think, is that pure damage anymore? Yes, pure damage, so it doesn't get increased. Looks like he's trying to use increase the damage that came out from Earthshaker. But Wraith King is officially level 6, so he does have his ulti available. He also has a stun available too, in about 30 more minutes, so he should be fine as far as going full man mode and just trying to see if he can get himself anything. Unfortunately, Bloodseeker does not have really much to actually deal with any of these fights. I mean, his ult is on very low cooldown now. That's really about it. He can't force somebody to run away because there's no point in Blood Rage just yet. Oh, them jukes though. I heard Sniper's ult, and I think Weaver juked it, kind of. Oh, cool. I knew it was a new headshot animation for that gun. Really cool stuff. Anyway, mid, we got Shadowfiend in a little bit of trouble. Actually, a lot of bit of trouble. Fissure does come through. Invoker looking from around the corner. We got Shadowfiend ulti does come through. A lot of damage coming towards, or sorry, a lot of damage reduction coming towards Invoker and also Earthshaker. Sunstrike does come through. And Shadowfiend going to eat every single piece of that. He has himself 6 tangos. I'm not sure what he's going to be able to do with it. Lion shows up. Sadly, no ulti available. Shadowfiend does go down at the end of the day because Earthshaker dropped that Fissure. Here comes the stun on top of Lion. Make sure he can't steal no more mana. And Invoker going to be the one to go down. And now we got Earthshaker on the wrong side of the map. He can have some support come in from the Weaver around the corner, but I'm not really sure what much Weaver can really do. He is going to go ahead and continue to run. Headshots do come through, just trying to run as fast as possible. Just keep swimming, bros, all he got to say. Husky on that Weaver doesn't really have all that much HP. The ulti does come out from Lion. Luckily, Weaver was not the one to face it. Actually, oh man, he will be the one to face that sniper ult, and there goes the dead Weaver. Like I said, not really much Weaver can do if he does come out of lane because he doesn't have many items. Weaver is very fragile, and that ulti from Sniper is tearing him apart. It looks like Sniper's going to be going straight for the juggler. He wants to get as much attack speed as possible because that's how Snipers play. Millionaire equals more headshots, and headshots equals a lot of fun. Anyway, Bloodseeker's trying to go toe-to-toe with the Shadowfiend. Shadowfiend going to be doing a bunch of damage to this Bloodseeker. Bloodseeker does go down, and Shadowfiend does go down as well. Loses himself a whole entire grand total of like 3 souls or something like that. On top, Weaver, Husky on that Weaver does TP up top, trying to give himself as much farm as possible. He still needs to be careful though, because Wraith King, he's working for an armlet. He pretty much almost has it, about 500 gold away from that recipe. Once that is up, Wraith King's going to be starting attacking a lot faster. His ult is online too, so he can be more YOLO than normal. And Lion... Sorry, and well, on top of that, he also has a support cast of a Lion and Witch Doctor. Anyway, speaking of Lion and Witch Doctor support cast, Lion going to do as much as he can to make sure Invoker doesn't do all that much. Invoker force bump himself with Force Spirit. It's really about it. Axe coming around the backside, being a full man mode, does get himself a kill on top of Sniper. Looking for the kill on top of this Lion, trying to see if he can get himself a right click, and not going to be able to find it. Here comes Shadowfiend from the front side. Shadowfiend going to try to drop the ulti, not going to be able to get it because he does get stunned, and Lion does die at the end of the day. Meanwhile, Ice Wall comes from Invoker. Shadowfiend decides to walk on through it. A nice little taunt coming out from Axe, and Axe does give himself a nice little slap in the face on top of Shadowfiend. Shadowfiend going down into the ground. Easy kill is easy. Meanwhile, up top, we got 2 people trying to go toe-to-toe with the Weaver. No Sentry Warriors placed just yet, but I would assume one or someone may be getting bought soon. One Wraith King stun into Witch Doctor ulti equals a very, very, very dead Weaver, and very, very, very fast.
Situation.
So taking a look at the items and the state of the game, we have Sniper with a Melanair, and that's really about it. I do absolutely adore the fact that Sniper decided to go for his full Melanair before he decided to finish his Mask of Madness. I really honestly don't think Mask of Madness is that great of an item with Sniper. It gives you a lot of attack speed, sure, and you can get a whole bunch of headshots, okay, but the lifesteal is really, really, really mitigated by the fact that you make yourself extremely vulnerable. So I've seen Sniper go for the Morbid Mask, just a pure Morbid Mask for some, I guess, for some lifesteal. And then go for a Maelstrom afterwards, just for that attack, that guaranteed attack speed of additional, what was it, 25%? Because 25 attack speed is essentially 25% increase in attack. Just make sure everybody understood that. If you have 100 additional attack speed, you're basically doubling your attack speed, so that's 100% extra attack speed for you. Anyway, so 25% attack speed is going to increase his attack speed guaranteed for that whole entire duration, whereas Mask of Madness would only do that for about a, what was it, 12, 15 second duration or whatever. And it makes Sniper more vulnerable than Sniper actually already is. And I think that might be a horrible thing, especially considering right now he's about to be in the middle of everything. Gets tornadoed up, Invoker drops his Sunstrike. Sunstrike just a little bit off, so Sniper will be able to drop that or dodge that damage. Meanwhile, Earthshaker Stunbot 2074 does come around the corner. Sniper going to be able to continue swagging away. Bloodseeker does officially see him, and it looks like Sniper will be going down one way or another. And Sniper trying to give himself a deny to the creeps, not going to be able to find it. Invoker looking for an ability to use, lying a little bit too far away. No Blink Dagger on this Invoker. Instead, just a Tornado Stick and a casual Ring of Regen. Oh yeah. And speaking of things being casual, we got Witch Doctor and Wraith King casually showing up top. Weaver trying to get as much farm as he possibly can. Gets hit with the stun coming out from Witch Doctor. No Sentry Wards or Dust coming out from either one of these guys, so they're not going to be able to do anything. TP does come up top from the Axe though, so they do want to try to go for something. And a Blink Dagger is available for Axe as well. So they just might be able to jump on top of somebody, but I think they need to jump on top of somebody who's not Wraith King, who does have his ulti available. They're focusing quite a few resources on top of him. A lot of damage getting done on the backside as well. Looks like Luffix, whatever Wraith King's name is. He's going to go ahead and eat a whole bunch of abilities. He does officially die. He's coming back up here in a few seconds. So Bloodseeker drops the Blood Rage. Looks like Wraith King is officially surrounded. I think this might be a horrible idea. The whole entire team decided to show up, and here comes a dead Wraith King. He does die for the second time. Axe guillotining him to the ground. The king is officially dead. Hashtag Game of Thrones swag. Spoiler alert. Sorry guys. But a lot of spells were used on top of Wraith King before he did die. If he had maybe just a little bit more support come out from his team, he could have made out that one alive very easily. But sadly, Sniper and Lion were down bottom. And it looks like they, it looks like they were trying to get a kill on top of somebody, but I think everybody for the Dire was just up top. Meanwhile, mid, we got Invoker versus Shadow Fiend. And Shadow Fiend giving himself a nice bit of right clicks, getting some more raises, raising the roof like a baller. And what will Invoker do is the big question. Shadow Fiend has himself his ulti available. He has 17 souls, that's really about it. He has his max Necromastery too, so he really needs to get a lot more right clicks. His damage should be already at 36 right now, as far as his souls. So that's additional, what is it, 24? Or, actually, no, I don't really know, I don't remember. Anyway, Shadow Fiend gonna go toe-to-toe with Invoker. His ulti can't come through, looks like it doesn't even have to come through. Invoker gonna be the one to die at the end of the day. Too many right clicks, too many razors, 29 souls immediately for that Shadow Fiend right off the back. He is going to be going straight up for Chrysalis, so okay, cool. Shadow Fiend going straight for damage. I approve. I'm okay with this. I do think that he needs some HP, but he can get a BKB later. This is okay at this point in the game to get really aggressive and try to play as glass can as possible. The main goal that you want to have, especially as somebody like a Shadow Fiend, or maybe just a mid in general, in my honest opinion, you want to try to get as efficient as you possibly can for the moment. You want to try to get as much damage or as much impact, have as much impact that you can on the game as possible. And Shadow Fiend's impact comes from his right click. If he can get his right click up and then have a point or more points to our presence of Dark Lords, which is free negative armor, then he can do quite a bit as far as destroying people's faces. And speaking of destroying people's faces, we got Bloodseeker dropping that nice little burst, dropping that nice little ult on top of Lion. Lion gonna just stand still, take all the damage in the world, gets himself healed up. Axe gonna be the one to go down. So many people from the Radiant do show up to help out with the fight. And it looks like we got somebody around the back. So Earthshaker killing himself a nice little free kill on top of Lion, forced to stand still for a few more seconds. Invoker dropping his spells on top of Sniper. Sniper only getting hit by one of them. Invoker will be the one to go down. Easy game is hard. And it looks like Earthshaker gonna go ahead and sit on the Roach pit, take a bunch of Roach bashes. He's just really hoping that Roach will eventually stop it. I think Earthshaker is trying. Yeah, he's trying to run away. Here comes Witch Doctor. The Witch Doctor does not find it. Instead, he drops a ward and walks the other way. Ooh, look at his vision.
Tower is under attack.
Anyway, Bounty Rune on top, it will be being picked up by Shadowfiend, who has his damage. 36 souls to his name as well, so extra damage is extra. Meanwhile, down bottom, Wraith King, what is he doing? He's working on. Has power treads, cool. So power treads finish up for the Wraith King. Sniper has himself and his first item for his crit, so he wants to go full-on damage mode. I'm okay with that. Like I said, I think the more damage you can get, the more effective you can be. Anyway, Shadowfiend, speaking of damage, he's actually about to be going down here very soon. Weaver might be able to be the one to pick up the kill on top of that. Looks like he will be picking up that kill. Presence of the Dark Lord, Requiem of Souls effect does go through with him. Meanwhile, the ulti did fall down from the Witch Doctor. He did get himself a kill on top of what looks to be Bloodseeker. And Axe died as well. Oh, okay. Yeah, Axe died down here as well. The surround is coming through. We got the dire surround coming in for the surround on top of the Radiant. The Radiant are in full retreat. Wraith King gonna be first one to force it run away. Lion gonna try to run away with his own laurels, trying to move as fast as possible can. Weaver gonna be popping that Sakuchi. Here comes the damage. Witch Doctor trying to keep his ally alive. Nice little Maledict on top of Invoker, but nobody has any damage to follow up on top of it. If only the Finger of Death from Lion was ready, that'd have been a massive amount of damage. Meanwhile, Witch Doctor's on the run. We got the high-speed chase cam going through, trying to see where Witch Doctor goes. He's hiding into his own trees, hiding into his own neighborhood, and it looks like the police did get juked. I heard Sniper's ulti. I thought I did. Did I? Okay, I thought I heard Sniper's ulti. So I say Sniper about to drop his ulti, but yes, he does have his crit available. Shadowfiend has his crit available as well. What is that noise? Oh my gosh. Oh, okay, that's what it was. Blood rate, yeah. Makes that weird noise. I'm not used to it yet. Wraith King gonna be the sole piece of bait right now. Level 11, so he does have 2 points off his ulti. It looks like Bloodseeker's gonna be going toe to toe with the Shadowfiend, and it looks like he will lose his life. Sniper, Wraith King gonna be able to pick up that kill. Meanwhile, Shadowfiend is gonna stay there and bleed.
Double damage.
Yeah, here's Sniper's ulti. Here's Sniper's ulti. Here's Sniper's
Dire's
ulti.
top tower is under attack.
Or maybe that's just when Sniper starts shooting that happens. I don't know. Some weird sound effect keeps happening. I know you guys hear it. I know I'm not crazy. But this Sniper build, like I can't stop talking about the Sniper build. I actually really do like it. I agree with it more or less 100% because I do not like Mask of Madness on Sniper. Oh my gosh, please stop doing it. But a lot of people still do it. At least Sniper with this build, he has reliable attack speed. I said it before. He has actual damage now, so he can actually take advantage of some attack speed if he does get it. And the only thing that's going to happen is he's going to get more attack speed, more HP, and more damage.
Money changes hands.
So we'll see how he decides to do everything else. Speaking of doing everything else, we got Weaver still trying to work on what looks to be oh, okay, there goes Blood Right. Look at that. Look at that thing. Clearing out them creep waves. Only 1 point inside of it though, so it's not doing a whole bunch of damage. It is a gigantic AoE though. There it is. Sniper ulti flies, Axe dies, Lion laughing away. Oh, Finger of Death was used? Okay, Finger of Death plus Assassinate. Meanwhile, the creep wave up top is getting pushed. We got the Radiant going to push with 3. The Dire rotating in with 3. They're going to see what they can do. Down bottom, we got Weaver versus Wraith King. Wraith King taking a nice little chunk of damage. I really do think this is one of those games where Weaver needs to go for straight up damage as well. Lincoln's Fair will really save him that much. Oh my gosh, Urshak, a beautiful ulti catching a few people. He does get himself a kill immediately on top of Lion. Damage does come through from Witch Doctor. Nice little tornado stick coming out from Invoker. Does keep his ally alive. The damage on top of Witch Doctor does fly through. Sniper can't right click. He's trying to get as many right clicks as possible. The Blood Ray does come through. Sniper getting silenced, but it's not really going to do all that much. He does still get his right clicks, and he does officially get himself a triple kill. So much HP, so much much HP going back his way. Bloodseeker did drop his what was it called? Blood Rage. He did drop his Blood Rage on himself, and when Sniper got the kill, he got healed up for it. So that's what happens. But yes, a straight up Desto for Weaver would be fantastic. It will help him eat through the HP of Wraith King really fast, because Wraith King has a nice little chunk of armor. whole entire 10 armor. If he had no armor, then he would pretty much die really fast. Weaver plus Wraith King going toe to toe. Wraith King ulti is available though. He also has that armlet that he's using to toggle through some of those right clicks. So Weaver being cautious and aware of that. Husky will be just backing away. One sniper ulti, by the way, would just kill Weaver right now. He does have to be aware of that. Speaking of sniper, Sniper plus Axe are going toe to toe. Axe getting slowed because of them headshots, getting more stupider and stupider as he goes. Here comes the boundary room. Sniper taking a bunch of damage coming up from that. Axe will be able to have his ulti, does drop it and gets a kill on top of Sniper. Nice play coming out from Axe. Decided to to continue following, does get that kill. Also, a nice Sunstrike coming up from Invoker. Nice placement. I, of course, would have missed, but clearly I'm not playing right now, so shut up. Haste Rune battle is going to be coming through. Lion might be in a bad spot. He has no blink dagger, but these guys do. The stun from Lion does come through, does a nice chunk of damage to Invoker. But Invoker is hasted up and Lion is official on the run. Witch Doctor Cassia does come through. Oh my gosh, Witch Doctor, drop your ulti, bros. All you gotta do, he does drop his ulti, gets tornadoed almost immediately. Beautiful play coming up from Invoker. Here comes the meatball, here comes Axe with the taunt. Getting two people to hit him at once, and it looks like Axe is gonna go ahead and drop the ulti on top of one. Gonna try to drop the ulti on top of the other. Shadow Fiend ulti does fly through, reducing the damage from everybody else as well. And Bloodseeker trying to get a little bit more damage off of Shadow Fiend. Shadow Fiend will be getting silenced up here in a few seconds. He does officially go down. Looks like the last hit does come through on top of Wraith King, on top of the face of Sniper, I think. Oh no, whoever that was, Weaver. And now we got a lot of CC coming up from Earthshaker, just keeping Wraith King in place. And but look at the damage coming off of this Wraith King guy. Wraith King gonna be able to give himself a kill on top of 4 people in total. Excuse me. And this is one of the things that I love about Wraith King. Is like, I don't know why, but for some reason there's always a point where Wraith King all of a sudden just starts doing a massive amount of damage. Actually, I do know why. And that's mainly because Mortal Strike does come through at 300% crit damage, which is a lot of damage. A lot of damage increase. Basically means that he'll hit 3 times harder than what he's at right now. So he's sitting at 115, or sorry, 150. Actually, was that 4 times? No, he hit it 3 times harder. No, hold on, let me think. Yeah, he'll hit 3 times harder than what he hits right now. So that's 145. Okay, 149 or 160 something. Okay, he's buying things. Hold on, guys. I keep trying to add numbers, but he keeps doing things. Stop it. 187 damage times 3, which is, okay, let's round it up to like 200, whatever. That's about 600 damage that he's doing right now. Give or take, 100. Sounds about right. So Wraith King's right click is looking ridiculous as crap right now. His survivability is going to go only higher once he does get his BKB up. So I do, once again, like the fact when people don't build really defensive and they just start building really offensive and start going for more damage. That said, Weaver's build on the other side, which is our Husky, our one and only Husky, he is working on a Lincoln Sphere, which is a relatively defensive item for Weaver. Usually means that Weaver doesn't want to be bothered. Please leave him alone. It is a nice ability for making sure Wraith King can't drop his stun, which I think is the one thing that's messing him up quite a bit. It's also really nice for Lion's stun or Lion's ulti, as it means that he can dodge all the damage coming out from either one of those. But the main thing is that he can't dodge everything with the Lincoln Sphere, which is why I think just either having more HP, maybe getting a casual Hood of Defiance might have been a better choice. That said, it's already too late. Hero has his points inside of his ultimate orb plus his ring of health.
Radiant's bottom tower
And he's working as hard as he possibly can for that recipe, plus that last piece. Meanwhile, in the jungle, in the river, we got Lion getting exploded. He's going to go and try to drop himself a stun top of Invoker. Not going to be able to find it. And Bloodseeker does smell blood. Witch Doctor trying to heal up as fast as he possibly can. It is only level 1 heal, so it's going to take him quite a bit. Looks like they're trying to stop the Bloodseeker from coming through. And Bloodseeker's still moving a little bit faster. Doesn't really know what to do himself. He's just pacing back and forth. Look at him just pacing. Yo, his move speed keeps changing really hard. I didn't realize that. That has to be annoying during the game. We have like a bunch of move speed and then you don't because somebody healed themselves. Look at that. The thing keeps changing. Anyway, Bloodseeker, one right click coming from one right click coming from Wraith King, just almost destroying the face of Bloodseeker by himself. Wraith King does have a nice little bit of strength. He also has himself a nice little basher. Then we got the EMP getting used by Invoker, forcing Wraith King to run away as fast as he possibly can. The team fight will be coming through. Wraith King did all of his damage in like 2 right clicks. That's literally all that happened. Bloodseeker took all of his lost all of his life in like literally 2 right clicks. So we got the mid tower getting siege, Wraith King's front and center because he can be. Lion coming on the backside doing a nice bit of damage to Invoker. Invoker forced to tornado himself. Weaver trying to go for the right clicks on top of the Lion, but sadly he has no damage. Lion will be able to run away. Invoker does die to the Sniper ulti.
What a dum-dum.
Sniper being very not nice. And look, Sniper's attack speed. Anyway, Axe is going to pop himself a Blade Mail plus a taunt, doing a nice little chunk of damage. Earthshake, a beautiful follow. Nice little follow coming for these guys. They're going to be able to turn a really good situation out of something that was really bad. Wraith King going to be the first one next one to go down. Lion and crew need to be the next ones to die as well. Force Staff does come out from Bloodseeker, who did go for the casual Force Staff build. He is going to go. He's going to drop himself his Blood Right. So no stun coming out from Wraith King. He won't be able to drop his stun at all. Looks like he's going to be able to lose his life around the corner, and Shadow Fiend around the corner trying to go for the kill on top of Weaver. He is going to be able to get the right clicks as Weaver is getting revealed by the Central Ward, and Weaver got himself a triple kill and then officially died. So Wraith King officially got more gold because the killing spree was ended by Weaver, and that is like a little slap in the face. But at the end of the day, the Dire did make the best of a bad situation. Beautiful play coming out from Axe catching 3 people, and the Earthshake the immediate follow-up. Otherwise, that would have been a very well wasted life of Axe, and I do like the fact that Earthshaker was that close so he can follow up and actually blink in and take advantage of the fact that these guys have some fantastic initiation ability. The Radiant have a nice chunk of damage output, like it's really gross, because between Sniper, Wraith King, and Shadow Fiend, once he does get his items, that's a lot of right click. Oh, and by the way, Witch Doctor ulti. I haven't even started talking Witch Doctor ulti. Which, once again, Invoker's been doing a really good job. I'll make sure that thing does get cancelled. My only concern about this whole entire thing, though, is that the right click coming out from the Dire side is not that high. All the damage really comes from Earthshaker ulti, and that's not a good sign. That basically means once we start getting BKBs up on people like Sniper, Wraith King, and Shadow Fiend, they're just going to pretty much ignore Earthshaker and kill everybody else anyway. Alright, so Linkosphere is officially built up on top of Weaver, so we can start seeing those damage items come out. Power Charge plus Linkosphere. I'm expecting to see immediate Desolator afterwards. I really hope we see immediate Desolator afterwards. Because one thing Weaver's really lacking right now is, well, of course, some more stats, but he's also lacking really heavily a lot of damage. A Desolator would be fantastic versus somebody like Wraith King, who has a nice chunk of armor once he does pop his armlet.
The axe blades dazzle.
Does he give him more armor? Does it give him more armor? It doesn't give him more armor. Wow, okay. Sorry, I thought armlet turned on and gave you more armor, but apparently not. Anyway, Wraith King having no armor though, this is basically make it super easy for them to eat through all that stuff. And oh my god, speaking of eating through all that stuff, Invoker getting eaten through alive. All the right clicks from Sniper hitting on his face. Headshot, headshot, dead. Wraith King level 17, his ult is available anytime he wants. He's actually going to run around the high ground. Finds himself a wild axe, waiting all about his lonesome axe, force about that blade mail. Here comes a nice little, oh man, beautiful ulti, or sorry, beautiful ability coming from Silent Plus now. Bloodseeker, going to be able to cancel everything. You've got a lot of damage going back and forth. Wraith King will be the first one to fall, not a good idea. They are going to hit with the AoE slow, and that's essentially a triple kill going for Sniper. Easy kill is easy. They're going to be able to find themselves a Weaver around the corner if they do just so desire to chase it. But it looks like no, they're going to go for Roche instead. And that's one of those instances where basically Wraith King was the lowest one. Everybody said, hey guys, Wraith King's low, let's kill him, in their minds, and they all went and killed him, and it turned out to be one of their biggest mistakes. That AoE slow really messed up their positioning, and Shadow Fiend ulti did do a nice bit of work as well. He got a nice chunk of damage, he reduced everybody's damage by 50%, and it's just such an awesome thing. I love Shadow Fiend's ulti. Or at least the after effects. I don't like his actual ulti. I think it's pretty stupid and dumb. But the effect of Shadow Fiend's ulti, for those who don't know, it has the effect of reducing everybody's damage by 50% for 5 seconds, if I'm not mistaken, if they do get hit by the little thing. So that's actually fantastic because that means people like, well, Sniper, say he was on the other team, and doing a bunch of damage. If you pop your ulti on Shadow Fiend, you can basically reduce his damage for 5 seconds while you kill him. So you can kill him a lot faster than he can kill you. Got silence coming out from Bloodseeker. It does last for a grand total of 6 seconds. Not as long as it used to. It used to last like 7 hours. Or something stupid like that. But at the very least, Bloodseeker's, what is it, Blood Right, is actually a really good ability to use just to make somebody run away. looks like. Oh man, we got Axe around the corner going full ammo, trying to go for the kill on top of Wraith King. Not a good target at all because he does have himself a nice little ulti available. Axe trying to go for the kill, gonna be losing his life. Wraith King's still alive, gonna be finally going down. The kills are going all around the world on top of the Dire side, Radiant side. The Dire are all just dropping like flies. Ultra kill for Sniper, kills himself every single kill. He's really fed. He is really high as far as items go. He has himself a MKB, just a casual MKB, fully built, fully bought up, purchased just for his name, bought up to him.
Bottom tower is in turmoil.
Likely he will replace that range with Kula with that MKB, and we'll just see him just do that much more damage.
Dire's bottom tower is on its way further down.
Thanks for standing still.
Dire's bottom tower lies in ruins. Dire's bottom barracks are under attack.
And I think that's really about it. I seriously doubt there's anything that the Dire can do to come back from this. And Sniper doesn't get his MKB. I don't know if you noticed yet. MKB is still in Courier. Hilarity.
Say goodbye to Dire's middle barracks. Dire's
Blood
middle
rate.
tower is in the wrong end of business.
That's really all Bloodseeker has.
Dire's middle tower is under fire.
Which is more or less waiting for the Ancient to fall right now. So we'll see what ends up happening. I think that Sniper's going to go ahead and give himself a casual kill. Is there a gym? No gym. Anyway, Bloodseeker's right, or Blood Ray is going to be able to land on top of Silencer, or on top of Lion. Like I said, nice little taunt comes off from Axe and doing a lot of damage to the Sniper. Sniper does officially go down, but he has Aegis, so don't forget. Meanwhile, Weaver's taking a nice little chunk of damage as well. He's forced to run away. Dust Appearance does get popped, so immediately he goes down. Weaver not able to pop his ulti in time. Actually, he already popped it. Meanwhile, we got Sunstrike coming out from Invoker. Invoker will be not losing his life. We got Silence coming out from Bloodseeker as well. Trying to go for the Ancient. The Silence does go through on top of Bloodseeker. He takes a bunch of damage, and the headshots come out from Silencer. Earthshaker's going to be able to get close enough, but he can't really do much because he has no more life left. And meanwhile, speaking of not having life left, Invoker not having enough life left to go to a Sniper. Sniper was extremely low. And yes, that's a good question, Sniper. I'm disappointed. Where's your rampage, bro? But just bait. Wow, okay, really. Oh, it's XP. Alright, the damage coming out for Sniper is pretty darn high. We already know that. We see that. Headshot plus right click plus. I'm sorry, right click damage plus attack speed equals a very easy game for Snipes. And that game just more or less got out of hand. Like, Sniper ended up snowballing the way a Slark would. And that's really what it came down to. Pretty much nobody could really carry the Dire side hard enough to go against a Sniper. And there was also, by the way, a Witchstalker with his ult, a Wraith King who's doing a nice chunk of damage, and you also had a Shadow Fiend with minus armor and AoE. Free AC. So that's more or less it for this game, guys. That's going to be Random Podcast number 98. I'm going to be casting Random Podcast number 99 and 100 today. I'm going to give myself a nice little, at least 20-minute break to rest my voice. And I'll see you guys back here in a few moments. So if you guys are watching this live, continue watching. If you guys are watching this replay on the YouTubes, thank you for watching. That's going to be it for this video. If you guys want to check out my other YouTube channels, there's youtube.com/coolbluedota. That's CULBLUDOTA. That's where you watch all this stuff. Oops, excuse me. That's where you watch all this stuff at. If you guys want to watch my vlog channel, you can check me out on youtube.com/coolbluevlogs. That's CULBLUVLOGS. And last but not least, I have my Casters Network channel, which is a group created to help casters come together, collect, collaborate, and create with one another. And that one is really fun. That one's really cool. I'm going to be doing a whole bunch of cool things. I just got to stop being lazy and actually do them. I didn't want to. That's youtube.com/castnetyt. That's CASNETYT for YouTube. Feel free to go check those channels out. They're pretty awesome. Good stuff. Awesome stuff. I'm just lazy, so it's awesome, but it's late because that's what I do. And I hope you guys enjoyed it. And as always, I'll see you guys whenever. Live stream. If you guys are still watching the live stream, thank you very much for hanging out with me. I'm going to cast those last two games because I said I was, and I'm going to take my break and get some something to drink because my throat is parched. So I'll be right back. Hang out, have fun, don't die. I'll be back. I promise.
Regeneration!
Corner 3.
Radiant's top tower needs bandages. Radiant's top tower was crushed to smithereens. Radiant's top tower is being walloped. Dire's bottom tower is in turmoil. Radiant's top tower is under attack. Dire's bottom tower had a tragic ending. Radiant's top tower is under attack. Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Gallant Radiant have fortified their structures. Radiant's top tower is getting walloped. Dire's bottom tower is on its way further down. Radiant's top tower is gone.
Invisibility! My hexes die! Me.
Corner 3.
Shrapnel!
I've got my ear to the ground.
Dagger, dagger.
Unstoppable.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower has a nasty situation. Radiant's bottom tower has fallen. Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Wicked sick.
Dire just fortified their structures. Dire's middle tower is under fire. Dire's middle tower has fallen.
Damage. Monster kill.
Radiant's middle tower may need a hand. Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
The silence is broken.
Out of the veil.
Well-gotten gains.
You darken my eyes.
Radiant's top tower needs bandages. Radiant has reinforced their structures. Radiant's bottom tower has uninvited guests. Radiant's bottom tower is now a pile of dust. Radiant's top tower is getting walloped.
is mine now.
Radiant's middle tower is not safe.
Steal my life.
You would have done better to clothe yourself in knowledge. For all the good your scraps of armor did you.
The veiled oracle follows you.
Dire's middle tower is in the wrong end of business.
Illusion!
Dire's top tower is under attack. Dire's top tower is not on top of things. Dire's top tower is done for.
You become past tense. Oh, look at it go!
Radiant's bottom tower has uninvited guests. Radiant's bottom tower has a nasty situation.
Well-gotten gains.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower has a nasty situation.
Haste. Regeneration. Well-gotten gains.
Look at it go!
This should make my life easier. Turn back is foul play.
Darkness and ignorance take you.
Dire defeated Roshan. Radiant's middle tower is not safe. Radiant structures are fortified.
Takes one to shoot one.
Radiant's middle tower may need a hand. Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
This will come in handy.
Oh, look at it go!
Regeneration!
As was promised.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Steal my life.
Dire's top tower isn't well at the moment. Dire's middle tower is under fire. Dire's middle tower met its end. Dire's middle tower is in the wrong end of business. Dire's structures are fortified. Dire's middle tower is under attack. Dire's middle tower is lost. Dire's middle barracks have fallen. No more middle barracks for Dire.
Well-gotten gains.
Illusion!
Dire's top tower is not on top of things. Dire's bottom tower is in turmoil. Dire's bottom tower was denied.
Outside
Down, down. I see you.
I see that Radiant just fortified their structures.
Shouldn't have trusted
triple kill! Where did I stash my loot?
double damage.
Shan fell by Radiant hands. Dire's bottom tower is on its way further down.
Leave me to rot in the open air.
Dire's top tower is Dire's bottom tower has fallen. Dire's middle tower has fallen. Dire's bottom barracks are under attack. Dire's middle tower is lost. Dire has secured their structures. Dire's ancient might need help. Radiant victory.
Okay, if anybody's still watching the stream, I'm gonna go ahead and close it out. As you can see right there, I'm gonna end the stream after this match. And also some quality testing. I was just watching on my laptop, seeing how it went. Everything seems to be fine. I'm going to continue this tomorrow. I'm going to do video number 99 and video number 100. So we'll see how that turns out. That'll be random podcast number 99, random podcast number 100. Looking forward to it. See you guys tomorrow. And as always, I'll see you guys whenever.